Hashem, Yahushai, you know, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone.
Let's all get it.
Shalom to the Akim teaching his word, man. You know, to the hopeful elect, you know. So yeah, find that scripture. We're just out here, you know, brothers out here in the UK, and we're just gonna you know, push this word, you know, pretty much, man. You know that scripture where it says this is the last generation.
You know, like before my words pass.
Yeah, this
This generation shall not pass till all the words be fulfilled.
Get that. I'll find this one, but get that. Yeah, let's read that.
I got it.
Go on.
It says Matthew 24 and verse 34. It says, "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled."
Yeah, go and speak on that.
So yeah, man, because you know we know the scriptures speak about reincarnation. All right, you know there's no new thing under the sun. So everything, you know, even people, you know, that you see on the earth, they've been here before. All right, just like in the time of Noah, all right, which before that destruction came, the people were being warned of that destruction. All right, we're in that time now where you have, you know, people scoffing, you have people mocking the word of the Lord, right? And they're gonna see the Lord's word be fulfilled, man, as being prophesied by the men of the Lord, you know, on the highways and byways. All right, they're gonna see the word of the Lord be fulfilled. Right? They're all going to be here in these last days that we're in. Right? Now it says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. So we know that the word of the Lord is true. Right? The Lord is not a man that he should lie. Right? So when the Lord says that he's going to return with an army of angels, we know that's going to be fulfilled.
Yep.
Right? We're seeing the signs of the signs of the end that he gave us. Right, earthquakes in diverse places.
Yep.
You know, we're seeing the rumors of wars, right, uproars of the people. All these things, everybody's seeing now. Right, it's increasing. Right, why is that? It's because the Lord, right, said he gave us signs of the end. What shall be the sign of the end and of thy coming?
Yeah.
All right, so the people in the past, right, they've come back in their generation today, man.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah, they've come back to be either saved or destroyed, man.
And I got the one I was kind of looking for, but let's read that.
But
that's the same thing. Because that says that the law is going to be fulfilled till what? Till this. That was Matthew 24. It says until this generation, till the all be fulfilled, which is the prophecy, which is, you know, everything basically, the destruction. So it has to come to this.
in this generation.
In this time.
Yeah, last.
So that's how we know, like, that's why, because I was asking to bring that out, because now the shit's got worse. You know, like society, people are worse. People's mentalities, people, you know, like, it's just got worse, man. Dynamics, relationships have waxed worse, like men and women. Women don't know their role at all-time high. You know, shit like that, basically. So the Lord's made everything, like, and not just that, but all levels of society, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's just everything's waxed worse, man. Pride's got all-time high.
Pride march.
Because
Yeah,
it's that last time.
It's that last. Yeah, the LGBTQ stuff is at maximum highs. You know, you can't stuff like you know, things like you can't you know, you can't discipline your children nowadays.
Yeah.
Things like that. You get arrested for. You can't. You put the lock thing on it. You know the lock.
Oh, you can.
You know, like when you put the umbrella, but you lock it.
Let me see if I can show you one.
Because then you can come up in the camera, you know. But yeah, so what I'm saying is even things like that, like it's all-time high, man. So let's read that. That's why the Lord said everything's gonna happen. Nothing will go down till it all, you know, be fulfilled, man. All the prophecies, man. So that's why everything's waxed worse, man. So go. Yeah. Say what you're saying.
And the Apostle Abraham always says the main reason why there's so many people on the earth, because there's many spirits back here to be judged, man. You know, because remember during the crucifixion of our Lord, there was Jakes in the crowd saying, "Crucify him, and let his blood be upon us and our children." So them same spirits are back here to be judged, man. You know what I mean? Because this is the last, what is Jacob's trouble? The last main time of judgment before the kingdom. The scripture says, affliction shall not rise again the second time. So this is the last time where it has to go on before the kingdom. This is Matthew 23 and 36. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come to pass upon this generation.
Yeah, all the destruction, all the they even get the one where it said Jerusalem, thou which killest the prophets. It's in the same chapter, isn't it? Yeah. So it said all these things shall come upon this generation, man.
No, you know what, I'm here.
You're here. But we'll stick to that verse for a minute that you just read here, because this time is. You look at the world today, man. Look how shit is, man. You know, there's no respect anymore. You know, like even for something like fundamentals that like they used to hear things like, yo, respect your elders.
Yeah.
That's gone out the window. Now they'll murder an old granny or old man now. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's no remorse, man, nowadays. You know that whole spirit of helping an old lady cross the road? That don't exist, bro. Now they'll kick her across the road.
No, for real.
For real.
No,
they're like, they'll grab an old lady that can barely move and throw her across the road now.
Well,
I'm telling you, man.
Well, like, you know,
I don't think I don't think that's gonna hold.
That's not gonna.
You need the light umbrella.
They're my one, then, isn't it? Probably.
If you know what I mean.
Well, it's not working.
If you can move it. Oh, okay.
We've got a small one.
But,
This
but
one works.
no, but the actual thing, can you move it higher? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, if you move it higher, it works. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know what?
Go on,
can I
man.
read this?
Yeah.
You know, this is
You know what I'm saying? That?
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause then that way it will be a bit better, you know. But try it. Go on, bro. Go on.
this is, you know what? I'm
For water, eh?
No problem.
For water, bro. Go on, eh?
Oh, you know what, man? This is so good.
Now they'll kick an old lady, man, across the road, bro. Real shit, bro.
Fuck you.
They'll kick an old man across the road. You know what's funny? Because you know this society. There's an advert that pops up. I've seen it like the past few years, and it's about like Cadbury's, the chocolate.
Yeah.
The advert, is about advertising the youth to go and spend time with the elderly. You know, like to go pay respect to the elderly. You know, because a lot of elderly people in these times are on their own.
Well, we'll talk about that before we can. In the car.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, what kind of society is this where you don't even respect your like they don't respect that? You get what I'm trying to say? Like you have like old people, their kids never see them. Like they just die alone in the house. People don't know they're dead for like 6 months.
Because in the ancient world,
Fucked up, bro. I mean, people might think, well, what's that? Why do you need to talk about that? But it's true.
it
It
shows you
happens. How degenerate the world's become, man.
because because in the ancient world, the grandparents was like, you know, the forefront of the family.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like the leader of the family. Like, you know that, you once become a father, and then you become a grandfather, and then you become like the history book of the family.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I mean?
it.
You know, at certain events and gatherings, people might come to learn about their granddad. You know, that's how things get passed. And then obviously when the kids would have their own kids and move out, they like leave servants in the house.
Yeah.
You know, like a servant that kind of helps.
Yeah.
The nan from day to day.
Yeah.
Because that still kind of goes on in the West Coast. But then now, like in this fucked up world now, you got people 80 years old, they're still doing 12-hour shifts as a guard, man.
Yeah.
Or even then, you have other family members that are sickly, they're in like their 90s, just in a fucking care home, or by themselves. You know, some group comes around every 2 weeks to come and give them their meds, and then sometimes they die.
Even mistreats
them, slaps them up.
Go ahead.
But anyway, this is I'm gonna start for a couple verses up there. You might know. This is Matthew 23 and 27. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye are like unto whitened sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are
they got
within.
that outward. You know that like them basically like them church pastors. You know
Yeah.
that outward appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so great. You know, he's so. You know, he's got that great Gucci suit on.
Yeah,
He's
suits
so
and
great.
tie, yeah.
He's so fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
And
you can have an umbrella if you want that. You know,
you want come in.
I'm alright. Go on.
It says, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones
Yeah,
and of all uncleanliness.
Yeah, so they're full of death within.
Yeah.
You know, within they're full of death, man. You know, that's how it is, man. Go on, right?
Yeah. And it's like these false camps as well. You know, like on the outside, they have all the great fringes, you know, and you know, they have the marriages, but what they're teaching them is killing them. You know, no,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'll hold it, yeah.
Over, yeah.
You just switch it over.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
Hold that.
No
yeah,
problem.
can't, because Scripture says the man that when they fight the way, when they stand, shall remain in the congregation of dead. So what they're teaching them is killing them. You know. There's a scripture. What's it? Zechariah, like it says they pluck their skin from off them. You know, which the skin is what a covering. You know, like instead of them teaching them the truth and waking them up, you're actually telling them a doctrine that kills them, man.
Yeah.
Or that's gonna get them killed.
That's it.
You know, even
They're full of dead men's bones with them, man. Hey, the Lord of the name, the Lord of the name. The name of the Lord doesn't matter. You know, stuff like that, man.
That's leading them to die, man.
Yeah. Go on. That's about it.
It says, even so ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men,
Yeah.
but within are full of hypocrisy and iniquity.
Yeah. Basically, you don't keep nothing that the scripture says within, you know? Because it ain't even about the outer appearance. If it was about the outer appearance, you know, you could see some wild looking brother, you'd think, you know, if it was about outer appearance, well, why does he look like that? But he's righteous, man. You know what I'm trying to say? But that's what people fall for in this world, man. That's what this world's all about, man. What's that that social media shit? Even though in the spirit we get on stuff, social media, that's what that is. The outer appearance.
Yeah.
You're looking at Kanye West. You don't know that he gets split by some Amalekites. But because you see him with a Lamborghini and some shiny boots, you think he's the man.
But he's thinking of killing himself every day.
But inwardly he's a demon.
Yeah, he's a demon.
It's the same thing, man.
Yeah.
You know? Go on, man.
Woe unto you scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous.
And this was Yahweh Shai talking to the wicked scribes and Pharisees then, man.
Yeah.
Cursing them out. Saying, look, man, you dudes, you look all good on the outer appearance. Remember, he described them as like a cup.
Yeah.
Like a filthy cup,
Filthy
you know?
cup. On the outside it looks great, but inwardly full of like
Dirty and that.
dirty.
It's the same thing, man.
Yeah.
You dudes ain't cleaning yourself through the truth.
Yeah.
Use a lot of demons and that, you know what I mean? But you look righteous to the outward appearance.
Yeah.
You got them holy garments on.
Yeah.
You know?
And then even like, you know when they teach it, they'll be like, yes, and King David is, you speak about David and the great prophets. Oh, and Elijah called fire down from heaven. But then now you're teaching Jake to not believe under the Lord's name. No, you are quote great men, but you're actually against those great men because they're great men called in the Lord's name.
Exactly.
There was a dude that he's kind of catching hell now and that, but like in the apostles mentioning, but he was telling that congregation to eat swine, man. You know, that's a fucking demon. Like basically putting it in their minds to eat swine's flesh and all that, man.
This is what happened during the time of the Greeks, man.
Which
You had
proves he
priests.
probably got a bag because he was told to do that, man. You know, because it's a Jake in their right mind that follows the word wouldn't tell another Jake to eat swine, man. You know what I'm saying? Go on, man.
It says,
The scripture says if you teach men to do so, meaning the law, then you shall enter the kingdom because you're teaching others to do the same. Same. Go on, man.
and it says, and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would have not been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. That's what they say. You don't like during the time of Moses. You remember when Jake was in the wilderness complaining? Oh, in Egypt we had the leaks and that. Those Jakes now will probably tell the same story. Those wicked Israelites, they was trying to go back into Egypt, but it was probably them.
Yeah.
Or like when the Lord got crucified, the Jakes in the crowd saying crucify him. If they break down the scriptures now, they'll be like, yeah, those wicked niggas. But now you're turning against his name. So it shows you. You know? It says, wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets.
Wow.
Yeah, you're exactly. So you go into the history, man. Like throughout time, 2/3 always was putting hands on the prophets, man.
Fucking
Or,
hell, yeah.
you know, trying to conjure up ways to kill them.
Yeah.
You know, get that one where they didn't sleep
Acts
against Paul.
Mm.
So they were
Didn't-
always
yeah.
doing that.
Didn't eat.
But now, going back to what we were starting with, now is the time where it's their time to get it now, man. Hey, it's time for the 2/3, all the hell that they've done over the years. It's time for these demons to get paid back, man. And not just 2/3 of Jake, which they're the main ones because the judgment starts at Israel. But this whole wicked world, man.
Yeah.
Esau, the other nations, all these. It's time for the demons to be put in subjection, man. Because you know what? When you're out in this world, man, it's not the people per se; it's the spirits on them. Because it's the free for all of demons on people. The demons are running rampant, man. So it's, the demons jump on these people, and then that's who's running shit. Satan. You know. So it's like that's what you're fighting against, man. It's true, man. What? Man, you see these people got some Satans on these people out here, bro. But now it's time. Now we're living in a time where Yahweh Shai is gonna avenge the elect, and really fuck all these people up, man. Destroy wicked flesh on the planet, man. Because you know what, it is a satanic battle, bro, out here. But you know what, a lot of people in society, because they obviously they ain't got the hedge of Yahweh Shai protecting them, you know, from that. But a lot of people love to be bad. They
Yeah.
love to be wicked. They love to enter that into them. You know what I'm trying to say? You know, a lot of people love that spirit of being a demon. So it's like they're portal, they're conduits for it. They're open for that shit, man. People enjoy that shit, man. You can see it on people's spirits, man.
Yeah, they glory in it, like,
They glory in wickedness,
yeah.
like.
Yeah, I fucked the man's bitch or something like
so
that. Yeah, that's the spirit,
more,
yeah.
So the more you glory in that, the more you accept that, the more the more them demons are gonna work with you.
Exactly, yeah.
The more you're gonna be more open to it, man.
Yeah, because they submitted to it, yeah.
To Satan, bro. So that's why they're gonna be destroyed. But the 2/3 as well, man, they're gonna get fucked up because they're gonna get a double fucked up
Yeah.
this time because of all the hell all the blood they've shed. You know what I'm saying? No matter if a man of the Lord, there's probably men of the Lord. There's stuff in this, there's stuff that's, you know, not written as well.
Yeah.
So you have to use your you know. But there's men of the Lord that was probably teaching and going somewhere and just got shanked up by some niggas, like. Real talk, bro. Shanked up, left on the side, like, you know, like
guess what? There's
bleeding, dying, gone to the spirit realm. Waiting, like, when are we gonna fuck them up, Lord? But the Lord's patient. The Lord makes you have to be patient here. You know, like on this side of where we're living, the Lord, it might look like a long time to you, but it's not to the Most High. Because when He opens up, it's game over. You know?
And it says, wherefore ye be witness unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. And the prime example is this scoffer that died the other day, rap the news. You see all the niggas doing videos against us.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you know, the one guy was smoking, man. You know, I'd like to say, man, peace be to rap the news and fuck y'all, Great Stone. Like, fuck y'all and all that. Well,
Yeah, peace be to him, though. Wow. Man, he's Satan on these motherfuckers.
Yo.
Peace be. And Rap the News, you know, was a fucking demon, man.
He was, man. Scoffer. Well, that guy, man. I ain't gonna dwell on him. Anyway, and it says, fill ye up the measure of your fathers. Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers.
Yeah, the Lord, and that's like as good as saying like the worst things you can say now. Calling someone even you call someone a serpent and a viper now is bad.
Yeah, you fucking snake.
Yeah, say that to someone now, it's like, oh shit.
Why you calling me a snake, bro?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a snake, yeah.
But imagine back then, that was like a real hard hitter, man. It still is now.
Still is.
It still is now, man. So that's what the Lord said. They're a generation of serpents, vipers. You know?
Yeah, because what? They're what? They only they have what? Poison in them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like toxic. You know,
Yeah.
they're poisonous, man.
Well, you know, it's spirit
That's what
because
Jake
now
said.
they actually say that
Yeah,
word.
yeah.
That's like a popular word.
Yeah, toxic.
Oh, I love toxicity.
Yeah,
that's
toxic
what it
relationships. And,
People,
yeah.
that's how you know we're in a
Yeah.
demonic generation.
Demonic, man.
'Cause that's what they actually say. That
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
toxicity.
Yeah.
But then I think
toxic
even women.
babe.
Yeah, I think even women be calling it toxic relationships.
Yeah, all of that.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
So some
I love toxic relationships.
some
Yeah.
fucking low life nigga, he just comes and gives her a black eye she just frees it up. You know what I mean? You know
Wow.
what I mean? Or she throws his clothes out the window.
Yeah.
And he the next day they're making up together.
Yeah, make up sex with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
people's got to
yeah.
die, man.
You know, it's dying.
Bottom line.
They're just a
Bottom
new
line, bro.
generation.
Yeah,
Toxic. That's the most demonic things are like the most exalted now.
yeah, yeah.
thugs. You know, a lot of these women, they want a guy that's like hood, like a thug. You know, and that's really what, being a criminal.
Yeah,
You know, so that's just more like, you know, degenerate, man. You know,
that's true.
Yeah, because look, when it's all said and done, the way everything's running in society is like breaking the laws, man. Murder, adultery, theft, covetousness. All these things are deemed cool.
Yeah.
You know, all these things are like exalted, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
This
go
is a
ahead.
quick one. Psalms 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
Wow.
You know, so that's this kingdom. You know, because of Esau in this kingdom, the vilest men are exalted now. I saw a post on social media, right, that was speaking about, you know, sex. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but it gave options of what's the best type of sex to actually have, and Jake put the best type of sex to actually have is when you know that it's wrong.
Wow.
Like adultery.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Wicked.
like,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like they get, it's like they aroused at the mischief
yeah,
of it.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like there's dudes that, you know, can't get turned on unless it's someone else's woman.
An old adultery that don't.
Yeah, an old adultery. Yeah, because it's that secrecy.
Yeah.
You know what? This kingdom's fucked up. You know why? Because you know where people, you know, it's them demons, and you know what as well, bro. You know, like it's pushed in TV, soaps. What's a soap about?
Yeah.
She's
Adultery.
cheating, and then it comes out on New Year's Day,
Yeah.
and they're
At
fighting,
Christmas.
they're throwing food at each other at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
table. You know what I'm saying? Secrets and all
I
that.
have a precept on that. Direct word.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 9 and 17.
Oh.
Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is a pleasant. You know what I mean? Stolen waters is sweet. Like, you know, as a kid, it's wicked. But like, remember when you used to steal from a shop? You know, you used to steal like something that you already know I'm not supposed to have, and you finally get to steal it. It feels good to you because you're like,
I
I'm
didn't
not
pay
supposed-
for it.
I didn't pay for it,
And I can eat it.
and I can eat it.
A win-win.
You know what I mean? Like you know, it's stolen waters are sweet. So that's a proverb now. You know, like, you know, in general, like, remember, this flesh, it was made to sin. So sin makes the flesh feel good, and a person that walks after the flesh.
But you know what's gonna happen
You know?
to you after you've done that? Even something like that, bro. Like
Yeah.
because of the deed that you did, it's gonna
Come back.
It's
to you.
gonna come back to you. Man.
Come back to you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why these niggas are worn out. You see these niggas that
Yeah, they're finished.
they're worn out.
They're worn out. But then the thing is, because they don't know no different, they still do the same
Still
thing.
do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas with us, we're open to repent, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the whole point, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
Judgment Day, that's why brothers are repenting, man. Because you had brothers come out of. That's
So lifestyles.
Yeah, I see, yeah. No. I thought I could smell some shit. But like, yeah, like, brothers come out of all kind of walks of life. You know?
Yeah.
Got a precept for
The
you?
point is repenting, you know?
Go on.
Yeah, repenting.
Yeah.
So we know what proves that as well. That's why, like, before we came to the truth.
Yeah, because I can smell weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Go on, man.
That's why, like, you know, before we came in the truth,
Yeah.
fucking pork, well, like, you know them pork ribs. Oh, bruv. You know them purple pork ribs. Like, Jake, you used to, like, you know, just enjoy that. When you come in the truth, that you like despise that.
Yeah.
You know, if someone accidentally puts pork in your food, you switch.
Yeah, you switch.
Well, even if you smell it.
Smell it, you feel like vomiting.
Like, that's Satan.
Yeah.
bro.
For real, you smell it.
Yeah, because
Like, you know,
you're on another
Yeah,
vibration.
exactly,
man.
yeah.
Even the smell of it's like, you can't believe you used to eat that.
Yeah.
When you come in the faith and you
Yeah.
smell bacon again, if you smell it, it's like, I can't believe I ate that.
Yeah.
That might even, you know,
Piss
there's-
you off.
Yeah. There's times where I've had to been like, you know, where I'm like, people are cooking. No, when I first came in, they weren't really making pork, my family, when I first came in. Then all of a sudden, the first few months of being in there, all of a sudden, you know, messing with it again.
Wow.
because obviously they messed with it every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Even myself in the world. Then when I smelled, I was like, man, I had to leave the house. Then.
Wow.
And I know now if I'm around certain family members and then they bring pork sporadically, I know it's Satan.
Yeah.
They might not have it for months. Then randomly it's in the fridge or something. You know what I'm saying? Sporadically it's there. Like what the fuck? You know?
Hey, but that's partly why, like Apostle say, you know, even you obviously have some brothers in the truth that are young. They're like at home with their parents, like 15, 16. You know, they're young still, so they're at home with their parents. That's why the Apostle say, if you can, try and cook your own food, man.
Yeah.
You know, because you be at your parents' house. Because I remember me when I was coming up. I remember there was one time I was eating a dish and I thought there was no pork in there. Then you look, you find one piece of pork. You're like, bro, what the fuck, man?
Wow.
Or you'll be eating and you clock after. Oh shit, this is pork. That's why if you can cook for yourself, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Even when I first came in, I was still like, you know, like I didn't not stop hanging around with people. So I was around someone and I said to this dude, look, I don't mess with pork. Like, I'm not messing with pork. And then like we were chilling and that. Then he said, yeah, you hungry? I said, yeah, let me go fix you a plate. First thing that came on the plate was a pork joint. I said, brother, I don't eat pork. Then I said, this is the Lord though. Then I said, yo man, that's when you realize, look, you just gotta just cut everyone off, man. Worldly people. Then that was, you know, that's your journey.
That's your journey, man.
That dude's bringing pork.
Good time,
Go on, man. But that's this shit, man. That's this generations, man. Go on, bro.
This is St. John 3:19. And this is the condemnation.
And stay in Matthew as well. Go on, man.
And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
And it's true, man. Like, you know, because we're seeing that now. Like now, as you get closer and closer to the end, more people in this, like right now, we're in a time of crunch time, where everyone's forced to pick a side in righteousness.
Yeah.
You know, or in wickedness. Either you're with the Lord, which really is the Lord who chooses you, or you're on the side of darkness. Like now, since this vaccines come out, people like are enjoying it. Like, you know, fuck it, man. I still want to have the mirth. You know, I still want to be in the world. So that's why people are in that lifestyle, man. And people are fully embracing being wicked now. And now it's cool to be a demon, man. You know, it's cool to be associated with like a faggot, man. It's niche now.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool.
It's hip.
It's hip. You know.
Well, if that's hip, I don't want nothing.
I don't want to be here
do with that, bro.
You know,
all he used to go.
You know, it's
Get
cool.
wiped out.
It's cool to have a gay best friend. You know, it's cool to have a girl best friend, but the so-called girl best friend got a dude. So when she has a problem, she's calling you up. You know what I mean?
That's the spirit of this world. Yeah.
That's the spirit of this world, man. That's why the Lord said we are not a part of this world. We're not this world, man. You know?
I got after you.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah, but it's a bit quite long. Yeah, but
This is Ecclesiasticus 33:14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly.
Yeah, that's the fight, man. The good against the evil. That's real. That's on the earth. You know, that's like it's a real thing, and that's like something like even look, man. Even your family members, they're technically evil, man. They're not in the truth.
yeah.
So like your own family member, that's a fight in itself. So-called family, because they're not your family, by the way.
Yeah.
But your so-called family in the world, that's a fight. They're evil because they're not in the word, bro.
Yeah.
So it's a fight all round, man. Good against evil, man. That's on the earth, man. You know when you see Esau's movies, they make it this mythical thing where it's like, you know, the evil is coming from out of space, the good's on the, you know, no, the good and evil's right here, bro.
Everyone meets in the middle, like.
When we go in the shop to buy you go to the shop to buy a piece of cake or something or a burger, there's good and evil right there. There's a fight right there, man. Some fucking demons in the store, you're battling them right there. You know what I mean?
Everywhere you go.
It's everywhere you go, bro. It's non-stop. It don't stop.
It's spiritual warfare.
It's a war,
That's it.
exactly.
It's Ephesians 6, man. It's a wrestle. It's a wrestle. Every day, you know, you saw that like in the Matrix, man. Every time was in the Matrix was a battle. You know, and everyone's a potential.
Yeah, they're
agent.
turning into fucking
they're morphing
Smiths.
out,
the fucking person next to him driving.
Yeah.
And that happens when you're driving, man, bro. Someone wants to cut you.
Yeah. Oh, remember?
You're driving, people
like-
do that shit.
Yeah.
You see, you're like, what the fuck was put? Anyway, bro.
No, like, do you remember the you know, the lady in the red dress?
Yeah, I was about to say,
You
yeah.
know, he was all like, you know, feeling her. Then Morpheus stopped it and said, bro,
Look again, man.
turn again, and he just sees the agent there in front of him. That's how it be, man. That's why we gotta be circumspect, man,
Calm.
and not mix with these people, man. Cause if you mix with too many niggas, or just one nigga itself, it's difficult.
Yeah.
But if you're always in a congregation of sinners, some shit can happen to
Oh,
you.
what
man.
did the scriptures just say? The scriptures just said, "Oh, generation of vipers."
Vipers.
Or generation of, you know what I'm saying? So like a viper, excuse me, a poisonous snake ain't just all muscle and brawn. They're serpents. Like they're clever and they're poisonous. Because when they strike, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're in a den of fucking 2/3, man. You know, you might think, yeah, it's all good and that, but then you don't know what people are plotting. What you know,
They're
that's why you
intense, yeah.
That's why the Lord said, stay away from
away from them.
the world. Basically, it's real.
But then,
You don't have
yeah.
people. You don't have. You gotta know that. You gotta know that. You gotta know that.
They can potentially do anything.
But I was gonna say, go on, bro.
No, because like when we're in the truth,
Yeah.
you know, we got like standards, like we know the law, or you got certain things you wouldn't do. But with somebody that's not in his truth, like a 2/3, they're like they could do anything. They'll sleep with
Lawless,
a woman,
yeah.
They'll you know murder anything.
Hey, the scripture says every brother shall utterly supplant. So if even amongst some people in the truth, you have to put the scopeo to see who's right and wrong. So how much more people in the world who ain't got the truth?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because even like how I was talking about snakes. You know, there's like a certain snake that looks like a tree branch. There's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
a snake
vine,
that
yeah,
looks
not-
just
yeah.
like a tree branch.
Grip, yeah.
And it will pose like as a branch. And when the prey comes, you think, oh, that's a branch, man. Oh, yeah. It gets strapped, bro. Yeah, that's the same for us, man. And serpents are patient, man.
Yeah.
You know, you have a nigga or a family member, you be like, yeah, he's cool, whatever, and they end up fucking stabbing you in the back, man.
There you go.
That's why it's best to be around us brothers, man.
Oh, got a precept in it. On the point you made earlier as well.
I have another one as well.
Bible says, I just got a last
Go on.
bit. It says, "So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly."
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the godly against the sinner, man. You know, like they did. Fuck these people in the world, man. I remember, I went to an event, a funeral, and shit almost went down, man. You're like, bro, I ain't seen you niggas for years, and you end up almost, you know what I mean, losing your
Be
fucking.
around them, bro.
You almost end up losing your life, man.
In the funeral.
I ain't seen niggas in years. Oh, bro, yeah, bro, pay my respects. You're almost losing your life, man.
Fucking.
You know,
Yeah, but listen, man. Even the devil, Esau, hates niggas on a level like because he hates Jake. Yeah, because Jacob and Esau, we know that. But he knows niggas are just like on a low. Even Esau, as low as Esau is, he knows niggas are on a low vibration.
yeah.
And like on the, they're like wild zoo animals.
yeah,
Yeah.
Esau knows that.
Wild bull in the net. Scripture says that.
So Esau knows that. So then, for us to know the scriptures, we know that on another level, man. Like, yo, fuck being around anyone at. Even Esau knows that. These are wild fucking. That's why whenever you see, a brother made an analogy to me. Whenever you see a Jake get caught, he's like a wild animal.
Yeah.
It's true. Or you see his mugshot, his mugshot, he's all bugged out.
Yeah. Always making a scene, yeah, dramatic.
It's true.
Yeah.
Innit?
You see him, right? He actually looks like a bull. Like he's
Yeah. It's
Get
true,
off
bro.
me, man.
And when you see his mugshot, he looks out of his mind. Or even you see these they're like, and they're about to go prison and that,
Yeah.
but they look all, you can see the Satan on them.
Yeah.
Like they're wild zoo animals, bro.
I think I sent you a picture one time of a white Jake.
Yeah.
Muscle with red eyes.
Wow.
He look like he can pick up cement, like he can pick up the building, man. It's true, man. That's why you gotta stay away from niggas, man.
God. Go.
Even Salah.
Well, hold on. Before that,
Yeah.
let's just
Bang
reset.
this one, Bible Kishar.
Let's reset.
Come on. This is Matthew 12, verse 46, and it reads, "While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, Who is my mother, and who is my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand towards his disciples, and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, you can speak on it.
Yeah. No, because because we also, which that's true. The people in the truth,
Exactly.
they are real, family, man. You know, the scripture says, "Seek out thee, such as
The glory that be like unto
be
thee.
like ye." The other elect, ones in this truth. You know, and that's why we don't stay around like these, 2/3 that are in the world, that ain't basically worshiping the Lord, man. Keeping the commandments, because brothers were saying the point about how stay away from niggas, man.
Yeah.
Because, and you were saying as well, because it had me thinking as well. And you said even Esau knows that, because like sometimes they'll show you, it might be in a movie or even just in general. Like say there's you got a bunch of like niggas in a restaurant or somewhere. They start arguing or something. They start talking loud. You see Esau,
Why
the
you
white
don't
woman,
want you around, bro?
yeah, he starts walking out with a purse tuck. Oh, let's go, honey. Let's go.
Hey,
Yeah, it's fucking cringeworthy, bro.
I was gonna say,
I ain't got no decorum, man.
Yeah.
Like, but that's what it is. But that's the Lord, though. Because the Lord, put 2/3 on a bestial level, man. Pretty much.
and even
And
I
we-
found
we-
two locations for level
you
near
know,
you.
brothers, we were at once in the world,
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
Lord
made us alive.
alive, exactly. There's a certain way you leave, man.
What even on how Esau knows that these niggas are niggas. Man, I remember one time I saw I saw like I think it was like a KKK like a gun range type thing, and basically the target was niggas in Timbs, like in pants side.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
well, that's why sometimes
That's what he does.
they have the so-called racist forums. They have a nigga in like with chains and grills,
Yeah, baseball cap.
and he's getting lynched or something.
Yeah.
But they actually had the target practice was like a nigger.
Yeah.
That's why the
Yeah.
purge. Remember the purge?
Yeah.
Remember when the Edomites and the motorbikes came? The first people they came to sweep up was these niggas, man. The hood, man. That's why these martial law troops, these so-called, these guys from Eastern Europe that are a bit bugged out. But them guys gonna get it in, man, in this time.
Yeah, like one of the brothers was saying over there in America, man, he was saying we're gonna get them troops with them boots up to here.
Fucking hell.
Them proper heavy set boots.
Rain
Up to the
can't get
kneecap. Yeah, rain can't get in. They got body armor on. You can't see their face, and they got metal helmets. A gun here, a gun here, like that. That's some real Terminator.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
It's his spirit, yeah. He likes that.
Sword.
They're gonna burst your door down. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna hog tie you. They're gonna tie you with your arm there, then the back of your leg is bent like that, and it's all tight.
Yeah.
Your right arm is connected to your right leg.
Yeah.
That knee gonna just
Looking like
flying.
looking like a spit roast, isn't it? A spit roast,
You're
yeah.
gonna be like that, picked up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
You real
George
shit.
Floyd.
Yeah.
You're gonna be picked up like that. That leg's gonna be there. That hand's gonna be there. Like that. You know when you're tired, you're like a V.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna do to you. Man. Suit up. They're gonna just put a pole between the wire and carry you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Throw you in fucking lorries.
That's when them gangster niggas that talk shit. That's your time to prove yourself if you're really about
They're
shit,
gonna
man.
throw you in
Yeah,
lorries,
man.
man. Lorries. Well, you seen last time when that shit was going down in America, you had them what was those guys called? I forgot his name, but you remember he came out and then he had the marching with the guns.
Oh,
what was his name, man?
what's that?
Grandmaster.
Oh,
Jay.
Grandmaster.
Which he was a shield.
He was a fucking
Yeah.
nigga,
He was
man.
a shield. He was obviously like set up,
Yeah,
whatever.
there's videos of him like
Donald Trump
like
rallies and
Trump.
that, yeah.
But the joke thing is, there was an Edomite, and the Edomite came out and said, if we wanted to, we'd
we go
take
out.
them out in 30 seconds. And he described, 30 minutes, he said.
Wow.
And he described how they will do it. Like, we just set up units on the left flanks, and, that's Esau's
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Remember
On
that?
YouTube, he was going into it.
Yeah, he's saying,
Wow.
look, man, this is a joke. It was like women marching with guns.
With guns.
And then, like, a few jakes, they were roused up or whatever. And, you'd have had genuine people
Yeah.
that really want to do that, involved in that. Like Jake's, like, they don't know that they're shields. They're just looking at it like
Black people rising up, or
exactly.
revolution.
But they don't know the dude's set up to
Yeah.
get you killed. But in that Edomite, he said, look, man, if we wanted to in half an hour, we'd set up here, and that whole rally would be done in half an hour, and it would only take 10 of us.
That's
Wow.
what he said.
10.
And then even remember when it took place and our brothers were doing videos, and you got that guy who rapped Yuck Mouth. You know the rapper?
Yeah.
He did a video cursing us out. He said all these Hebrew Israelites coming against Grandmaster Jay. So what are you doing? You know, he's defending black people, and that's why niggas gotta understand. You ain't gonna beat Esau as blessing. That's
But
why
they're not gonna get that because
Yeah.
they've got their spiritually will even get that.
yeah.
They're spiritually discerned, man.
Yeah.
That's why until the Lord destroys this place, that's the level 2/3 are gonna be on. They're gonna curse you out. They're gonna, call you niggers, call us niggers. What are you doing to help?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're carnal, yeah.
Because they ain't got the spirit, bro.
Exactly, that's
They're
it.
dry bones, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Or even what's up that account? You know, there's an account in Acts. There was a guy.
Acts 5, tedious.
Can you get that?
Acts 5.
Go on.
This is 1 Corinthians 2:14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahweh.
Yeah, because if you knew the spirit of the Lord, you'd know that this is Esau's blessing. You know, we're talking about he's going into it. That's Esau's blessing. You know that. And you know what? Leave him to it, man.
Leave him to it. Leave him to his blessing.
Go on, that.
It says, for they are
Yeah,
foolishness.
natural man. Yuck mouth. Jay-Z.
That's actually his name. Yuck Mouth.
Yuck mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Spewing madness.
Shit.
Yeah, can't. Yak mouth, yeah.
Jay-Z's the people of this world, basically. They ain't got, man, they're men of the flesh. You know? You know, like Jay-Z, people always quote Jay-Z, he's got them lyrics about building shit. Yeah, well, he's got lyrics about building. I can't remember one of his lyrics. Some lyric about building
and painting.
and basically think on a higher level. Own property, all that bullshit. That buy the block spirit.
Oh yeah, he actually said that.
Yeah, I think he said that. It's like they quote him.
Yeah, what's that track? Light nigga, dark skin.
OJ.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay-Z.
Yeah, it's in that.
And he said he bought a painting for 1 million. 2 years later, shit was 8 million.
Yeah, and they increasing in property
to wash
all
the
that
block,
shit.
to wash your money.
But so what, bro?
Yeah,
what about when that gets nuked?
Yeah, innit?
You know what I'm saying? You bought You bought a few paintings from crackers, man. From crackers. You bought paintings from France, woohoo, or from Switzerland.
And niggas are so
Yeah, some base shit, man. You bought a few houses and whatnot. I mean, he's a multi-billionaire, whatever he is. But I'm saying
He's
that don't
barely
mean-
a multi-billionaire.
But bro, that don't mean shit.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
It don't mean nothing. You're still in slavery, bro.
Saving.
You're a rich nigga, that's it.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
Floyd said that.
You're still in slavery. You ain't. You don't know the solution of how you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't have the faith that the Lord's gonna destroy all this shit. And that's what He's gonna do, man.
And
You
being
know what I
rich,
mean?
and being rich don't mean shit if the rest of your people are broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You imagine you're rich, but your whole family, your block, they're all niggas. What's the point of riches? It don't really mean that. Because now you're competing with crabs. But in the kingdom, that's when all of us are going to be right.
Gonna be good, exactly. And that's what we gotta wait for, man.
Go ahead, bro.
And it says, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them.
They're foolishness unto him. That's why that nigga, Yuck Mouth, he was like scoffing at us.
Yeah, but that's why even we're against that spirit of like coming against Esau carnally, man.
Yeah, no,
that's why, bro, you had people amongst the Israelite thing, this Israelite thing of ours. They were going out with gats, man.
Oh yeah, in the range.
Ranges, dudes was going out, busting M16s, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you had dudes in the camps with extended clip, not in our camp, but you had dudes with extended magazines.
Wow, boy.
Yeah, so Edomite came.
Extended.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of pulling out the preset,
They pulled out a fucking
well,
gap, bro.
like
The holster.
You had like 6 Drakes. Like they pulled a gap
For
from
a drunk Edomite, like,
Oh, God.
that's coming up out there debating you. You're
Yeah.
you're fucking going to your holster,
Bro.
Which that's carnal as hell.
Wow.
How you gonna have a Bible and a gun? That proves you're spiritually discerned. Because the Lord said, "Them that live by the sword die by the sword."
by the
man.
sword.
You know what I mean?
Instead
So
of
that's why
pulling
we're
out
like
the
so.
precepts.
That's why we're like so adamant against that. Man. Like, yo, you can't fight people physically in this world, you know.
And it
But
says-
anyway, brothers, like, you know, amongst us, if brothers is doing that kind of shit, we'd be
You
like,
get
bro,
cursed out.
exactly,
Get cursed out.
fuck, you know. Then you have that's like a lack of faith.
Yeah.
You got to carry a knife or a gun. It's a lack of faith. You know what I mean? Go on, right?
And it says because they are. It says neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned.
Spiritually discerned. So the truth, everything we teach, the only way you can discern anything is spiritual. You know, the scriptures, the prophecies. Like the spiritual man is how you understand these things, man. So that's why, like, even like something like the 12 tribes chart, a carnal nigga, you see Judah, Benjamin, Levite, the West Indians, the you know, the Jakes in America, the so-called black Negroes, you know, the Haitians. But what they'll say, well, all of them are Negroes though, you know. But spiritually, the sign is us saying, look, there's spiritual characteristics that are attached onto them, you know. Or, for example, we are waiting on the Lord to return with like his chariots. A carnal beast will be like, well, you saying there's aliens then?
Yeah.
What? I don't believe in no sky daddy. That's what niggas say. Niggas actually say that. I don't believe in no sky daddy. But then guess what? Because they can't spiritually discern what's being said, man.
Yeah.
That's why. What's that in Amos? Revealing the secrets to the
Servants, the prophets.
Servants, the prophets. You know? What was you gonna say? You gonna say something?
No, that's
I got the scripture you called for though, yeah?
Shit, bro.
The Acts 5.
Yeah.
When you're ready.
Yeah, you can read that.
Yeah.
Have you still got what am I asked for?
Even someone like,
the
you know,
oath.
it's funny
Acts,
because
yeah,
even
yeah.
someone like you know, like things spiritual discernment. It's like even they, you know, people would say that that's not a Jake, like a white guy or something.
Oh yeah. That's a stumbling block for Jake
That's
as
a
well, yeah.
stumbling block.
Like even look at like someone like in Britain, like he's a football manager, Harry Redknapp. He's a Jake. If you look at Harry Redknapp, he's a Jake,
He's
man.
a shit talking Jake.
He's a Cockney.
He's a proper Jake, man.
He's an old East End guy, bro. He's a manager of football, like, but he's a Cockney. He's a Jake, man. Harry Redknapp.
Roy Hodgson. He's a Jake.
Yeah, Roy Hodgson. But if you look at Harry Redknapp, I'm making the point of Harry Redknapp. He's a Jake. You can see he's a Jake.
You see he's a Jake.
And he was on that fucking show.
Talking about Portsmouth.
Yeah, and he had all Jakes.
Yeah, he said he took all Jakes.
His whole 11 was Jakes. So his whole team was a team full of Jakes.
And he was kind of
And
getting
he was
cussed
known
out
for
it.
he was known for signing Jakes.
Jakes, yeah.
So which he's a Jake himself, man. You know, a
He's
lot
a
of them
top player.
them Cockneys are like them old East End Cockneys. They're Jakes, you know.
Yeah.
And then even when you look at their, you know, you kind of look at that old post-war. They lived in, you know, struggle, the poor, fucked up. They got bombed during the war. Then obviously after, you know, Jakes would come to Britain to rebuild it, like Jake. But you know, it shows you, man. Because why would Esau? Because even a lot of the East End got bombed in the war. But then the Buckingham Palace is not too far. But you know, not Buckingham Palace never got touched. But then, you know, Stoke Newton got bombed. You know, parts of Stratford, and you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, parts of Hackney got bombed. So they were strategically just bombing where the paupers were.
Through the spirit.
Wow.
Parts of like, you know, Hammersmith, you know, parts of where the poor people in the yeah. And you know, it's like the cycle because now these areas now are predominantly Jakes now. So what will happen is those people will move out and then Jakes will come in. But that doesn't mean they weren't Jakes and that. You know, they will move more like to the suburbs. But that don't mean that they're
like
not.
in Surrey and
Sorry, they'll move to Kent.
Croydon,
Yeah, Chelmsford.
Southend.
Yeah, but that don't mean they're not Jakes though. You know what I'm
So
trying
that's
to
why
say?
even now they're actually in the hood with the Jakes.
Yeah.
You know,
You got Jakes,
there's
yeah.
little strongholds, and little like
Little Cockneys still around.
Cockney and Gypsy families that are in the ends, man, right next to Jake. You know, obviously the scripture I'm about to quote applies to like Jake in America. It speaks like Judah and Israel were oppressed together. That's you know, over in America. That's why they share the same slums. But even for us that's scattered here, we're in the same slums with Jake, man. You know, like a mixture of Israelite foreigners. Like over here in London, these gangs here, bruv, it's niggas side by side with different shades. It'll be Turkish niggas, Albanian niggas, you know,
Same shit.
gypsy niggas, same, the whole niggas, man. That, you know, Irish council flat, same, you know.
Council scum.
Council scum, that's what they call him.
It's a joke. We all from the council. Go on.
Yeah.
We grew up in that same, not far from that shit.
I'm from the projects. You know, that's like America, isn't it? Projects. And that. Go ahead. 'Cause you know, your brothers might be on there like, what's the council?
Yeah, it's low income housing. That's what it
It's
is.
the same thing. Yeah.
It's low income housing.
Yeah. But over here it's called the council. Over there is the projects.
Council.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
I'm from the projects.
This is Acts 23. I'll start from 11. It says, "And the night following the Lord stood by him and said, Be of good cheer, Paul, for as thou hast testified of me in Jerusalem, so must thou bear witness also at Rome. And when it was day, certain of the Jews banded together and bound themselves under a curse."
You can just see them, man.
Wow.
Those all
Wow.
big, you know,
They
those
bound
all
them-
like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, they bound themselves on
Under
that
a
curse.
curse.
So they like done something like some left hand side, like
Wow.
you know, prayer and connected together, like to we gotta take
Took
him
an
out.
oath,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. You know,
Demonic.
there's some fucking. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
when it says that, they took an oath, they swore on themselves.
Wow.
They said, like, if we don't get him, cursed be any man that eat, bro. You know?
Wow.
We're gonna be
Yeah, you know?
Go on.
That's
says-
niggas, man.
It says, "And bound themselves under a curse, saying that they would neither eat nor drink."
Yeah, and for you know, for a 2/3 to say they don't want to eat and drink.
Oh.
That's true.
Like,
that's
come
true.
on, man.
That's
Fuck
true.
yeah.
Where's the food, bro?
That's like,
Yeah.
that's
For a
really
nigga to
going-
say he don't
Yeah.
want to eat.
Shit's got real in it.
Come on, man.
Shit's got real.
That
actually
shit's so
takes
real.
a
It got
spirit,
real.
Like, spirit in a nigga, like.
It's true. Bugging that, like, come on, like, even like, when you know, you ain't got no grub, you get hungry.
Yeah.
Like, you know, at 2/3,
Yeah.
man, they were tearing up Popeyes for that burger.
Yeah.
In America, they were like, tearing up Popeyes stuff for that hot chicken sandwich.
Wow.
When it weren't there, they were fucking up the stuff in there.
Yeah.
So
Imagine
for them
that,
to
though.
say, look, we ain't gonna eat or drink till we get pulled. Now, that's some fucking, you know,
Yeah.
that's some real
Bro,
demons.
that's some real, like, that's some real,
Some losers.
that's some
Wow.
fucking demon, man. That's a real hatred. I don't give a fuck.
It says,
Yeah, some fucking rules. Yeah.
saying that they would neither eat nor drink till they had killed Paul. And they were more than 40 which had made this conspiracy.
Yeah, so you know, these niggas were in a circle all sitting down, you know, and there was probably like one chief nigga. Yeah, man. No, yeah, not Paul, man. And everyone said, yeah, Khan. You know these big niggas,
Yeah.
rough voices. Yeah, no, that's true, man. Because Paul, man, he been fucking up my whole business, man. Teaching this gospel, man. You know? So they said, no, we have to take him out, man.
And I think that scripture goes into them being lewd, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think he's gonna say it.
Go on.
It
Lewd.
says, "And they came to the chief priests and elders and said, We have bound ourselves."
Is this before? Is it before when they said lewd men?
It might have been.
It's a base assault. But guess what? The same spirits are back here. You know, the same spirits are back here today, man.
Acts 17 and 5, yeah? It's in the 5th verse. 23. It's okay, don't
Yeah,
worry.
no, jump to it. You can shoot up and shoot down.
17 and 5, yeah?
But guess what? These lewd men on the base assault are here. On YouTube smoking weed saying, you know, F.
Yeah.
Great Millstone. I ain't gonna be an Israelite.
Yeah, they probably watch, you know, certain cats.
Yeah.
You know, they probably watch certain brothers. They got you in mind.
Yeah.
Might not be you per se, but you know, you gotta think like that. Yeah? And they might watch a certain brother. Oh, I want him. I want him. You know?
He just takes a pull.
Yeah, boy, they're so low. Some of these motherfuckers find out where brothers work. Try and jeopardize your life, like
Wow,
actual life.
But then, guess what?
You know?
When they do come to brothers, the spirit shuts them down, man. You know?
Yeah, can't.
Got that one. This is Acts 17 and 5. "But the Jews which believed not moved with envy.
So that was the Jews who didn't believe, man. They moved with envy. Because one, they knew themselves that they were wicked, man, and but were scoffing against reveal the truth. That's why even now today, scoffers on the comment boards. That's just really hate and envy. Like, we ain't asking you to come and be a part of the truth. Like if you have a doctrine, then go over there and teach it.
Yeah.
Or what do? They come on board. Yeah, you guys are rapists.
Yeah, because they want because they don't want this devil world to continue, man.
Yeah.
They want their fucking master to keep ruling.
Rome Caesar.
Remember, they actually said Caesar is their only
Yeah.
king.
Caesar
That's how they
king.
still think.
No king but Caesar.
They actually think like that. Meaning they actually still think that about Esau being their only one and only, basically.
Wow.
They ain't thinking about the Yahushua ruling, man. They're thinking about Esau ruling forever. That's how they think. We ain't got no king but Caesar. They said that,
Caesar.
right?
They said that.
Caesar.
Go on, man.
You see it.
And it says, took unto them
Wow.
certain lewd fellows of the baser sort.
So it wasn't the most intelligent, Jake.
Base.
Well, look up the word lewd.
Yeah.
So this is lewd or lewdness. Alright, it says involving or being sexual conduct that is considered indecent or
No,
offensive.
get it in the blue letter. You know, in the blue letter, that from that verse. Because it might, let's see what it says in there. If you can get it in there.
Lewd men.
Yeah, if you can find it in that verse, Acts 17:5, then you'll see what it says there. Because I know lewd, it can mean that, like lewd as in, like what it just read there. Yeah, well, it just read sexually perverse. So lewd can mean, threesomes, orgies.
Well, that's Jake.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's
It's
Jake
fucking
now.
all of that shit.
They
Man,
just
you know?
love like
Base shit.
Yeah, niggas like
Menage a trois.
yeah.
Yeah, go on, man.
Niggas like to run train.
Trains,
That's,
yeah.
There's niggas that
Yeah.
love
Wow.
that. Lewd niggas, man. Go ahead.
Read what that said there.
So this is for lewd, and it says poneros in the Greek.
I think it's adultery.
It says
Fornications and
full of labors, annoyances, hardships. It says pressed and harassed by labors. It says bringing toils, annoyances, perils.
So it's just an uncontrollable brute, man.
Perils.
You know what I'm
Said
saying?
perils.
Perils, like
Trouble.
He likes to fight.
yeah.
He is low, man. He's carnal, basically. That's what that's. What does that say?
There's a bit more. It says perils of a time full of peril to Christian faith and
Wow.
steadfastness,
To peril to Christian faith.
Coming
causing
against the truth.
That's it.
Coming against the faith, No, they can't keep teaching that.
Yeah.
They can't, I don't like this. I don't like that. Why are they talking about you can't do this? We can't eat
Yeah.
pork.
Why they always harsh on the sisters?
All of
All of that
basically.
spirit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Why are they talking about 2/3 are going to die and all that?
Because you're 2/3. Yeah.
Why do they talk about 2/3 dying?
Yeah.
For all Israelites together. All of that.
why do they keep teaching in the name?
Yeah.
That's
Keep
what
saying that name.
Is them, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, man.
Yeah, that's right.
It says, and it says causing pain and trouble.
They're causing pain and trouble. So they wanted Paul. 40 men wanted Paul.
That's a lot of men.
Like, bro, 40 guys wanted Paul. Like,
that's a squad of
No,
men.
man. Paul must have been like spiritually like on them, bro.
They go cutting it.
Because he was just like, coming in the spirit so hard. They were like, nah, we got to trouble this dude. They couldn't come against him, man. Spiritually. So how does if someone can't come against you spiritually? That's Esau. Esau can't come against his truth spiritually. So yeah. So then what the ultimate thing Esau is gonna do is what? Some shall be beheaded for the witness of the Lord. Because you can't come against it spiritually. You can't fight against the Lord spiritually. So he's gonna he's gonna want to behead some of us. When you're captured, you're gonna take this MOTB.
Oh.
That's the choice. You're gonna take it. Nah. Well, you're gonna die then.
That's it then.
Go
That's
on,
it.
Go
It
on,
says bad of a bad nature or condition.
Can't. That's it.
Yeah, so just a nigga. That's the best. Like just reasonable. He wants to argue. You remember, especially when we used to be at that place we was before. You know some niggas that come into the camp, you see it in their whole face.
Yeah.
Yeah, this nigga just wants to argue. innit?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like this nigga, he didn't come into reason. He just came to argue, man. No, so what's this about then? You're like, oh man, look at this crap, man.
Unreasonable, innit?
Unreasonable, right? Go ahead, bro.
It says here as well. It says in an ethical sense, evil, wicked, bad.
Bad.
There you go, bro.
So he's a bad nigga, man.
Evil, wicked.
Wicked.
Evil,
Yeah.
wicked, bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because for you to make an oath, that you're gonna kill someone,
That's personal.
and there's 40 of you in the pact, and you're not gonna eat or drink to do it. Remember, when you don't eat and drink, fasting like gets you in the spirit.
Yeah.
Gets you amped. Gets you a bit angry.
Like, what did the Lord tell Ezra? He said, look, man, fast, for a while, and I'm gonna give you visions and that. So it's like even people that do bad shit on the left hand side and that, they know stuff like that. So that that will probably put them in the spirit of give them a certain vibration.
Yeah.
Fire.
But on the left hand side.
Exactly.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna not eat and drink to get pulled. We're gonna, get in the zone basically. You gotta go on that.
Yeah, and it says, and took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, and gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted.
Bro, that's come on, man. You can just say, yo, you come, let's go, man. They're in the town center. Where's Paul? And the people in the market, like, oh shit, something's going on today. You know what I mean? You got, apostles always say, when you read the scripture, you got to
Visualize it.
You got to visualize it. Like, you can see them, man. They just, they woke up, they washed their face, like, fuck this, man.
Basically, it was a gang.
Gang, man.
Yeah.
It was a gang, yeah.
You know?
It's a gang, yeah.
They're just turning up. Go ahead, bro.
It says,
Gang, yeah.
and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason.
Yeah, so
Wow,
it,
salted, boy.
like, if it became a conversation, man, the soul is, yo, you see him? I know he's here, man.
Harassed.
Yo, Paul, where you at? That's what niggas do today.
Bursting doors down.
Bursting doors down,
Pull up.
pouring drinks off the table. Go ahead, bro.
It says, assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying,
Also,
these,
so they just came in the house and said, I can't fall in Paul, so I'm taking you. And they just like, yo, look, man, I don't know. Just come with us, man. Go.
it says they drew Jason and
That's niggas today, man. Anyone's getting it.
Yeah,
they can't find the person they're looking for. But there are fucking 10 other people that don't know what's going on have to die. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, go on, man. That's what niggas do, bro.
Ridiculous.
Well, do you remember when
Death cults, man.
Yep. Remember when Polite so-called got the Crips and Bloods?
Oh yeah, the young wild.
Yeah. You know the Crips and Bloods. Some of them were fucking actors, man. Because you saw another video of them like in another costume. You know what I mean? But you remember there was another video there, and they wasn't even pushing Crips and Bloods.
Wow.
But anyway, you remember those shooting pool? It was on a pool table.
High.
Yeah. And they got their arm around Polite.
Yeah.
And Polite's in the middle. Yeah, man. I tried to speak to them, man. I tried.
Oh yeah, like he's I remember that.
Nigga, man.
Remember he was in the middle of yeah, man. I tried to speak to them, man. And them niggas were like, yeah, if man, it's telling you try to touch my daughter, that's the same niggas, man. Go ahead, bro.
it says,
Which is true. Most of them were fucking like crisis actors.
They were
and
actors.
shit.
Remember, we saw
But
another
Blues
video.
Polite's a fucking dodgy
Agent,
nigga.
yeah. That's
Dodgy,
why he's
yeah.
You know?
in prison right now.
They weren't. Them dudes weren't authentic
No,
dudes.
they
off of
wasn't.
the, like a
Remember,
lot
we
of
saw another video.
Yeah, man. Them dudes is probably no actors, crisis
Yeah,
actors,
them niggas were actors.
CIA
Yeah,
informants.
yeah.
You know? Yeah, man.
Because we actually saw a video. It was the same Negroes.
MI5.
They were like just
Wow.
in suits, like something. It wasn't even, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Go on, that.
and it says, and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, these that have turned the world upside down.
Which that proves there's different applications for the word world. It says be these that turn the world upside down. Well, so what does that mean? Does it mean they got the globe and twisted it? No,
Come on,
it
man.
means the doctrine was shaking everyone up.
You can come in here. It's not
Yeah.
raining. You know?
Yeah, it's not raining no more. Yeah. You know what I mean? That doctrine was shaking everyone up.
Yeah.
You don't
Like
like
stir into
yeah.
into the town, man.
yeah. Like you know, even now when controversial things happen, like even us, when the apostles brought out the understanding of rape, that shook up the whole of Israel.
Yeah.
That turned the world upside down, man. No, you know those niggas.
Well,
you
what
know,
proves that is they still talk about it till this day, man.
to the-
They can't understand it.
yeah.
Go on, that. Yeah, because remember the Lord, this doctrine. Remember the Lord brought it back to life. Like it's always been here, but He brought it back to life again. You know, like brought us like back the breath in us, and then, you know, it's like what do they call it? What they even said in the scriptures? You bring in this new thing. Remember, it was like it's not new. It's already been there, but it just causes a stir, man. The understanding comes back again. It's like this is totally against the world. You know, this truth is against the world. So it's like it causes it's controversial. It's controversial, man. So and that's part of the Lord's movie, man. Like controversy, you know, debates and whatnot. Yeah, go on, go on.
And it says, these that have turned the world upside down are come hither also, whom Jason have received, and these all do contrary to the decrees of Caesar.
See?
Saying,
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, and that's like us, bro. Where he says these do contrary to the decrees of Caesar. Anything Esau pushes, which is Caesar of this world, we don't want nothing to do with it, man. We know anything he pushes is as death. So we're not falling for nothing he says to do, man. You know? But what did them 2/3 say? They said, man, these guys ain't following what Caesar's saying.
Yeah, man.
So that's what niggas are on. They wanna kill you for not following this way of this world.
Yeah. And
That's why they hate, man. That's why they hate this truth. You know?
Oh, let me get one.
And they're gonna start saying, "Oh, these men are not taking the Karagma." You know, say pointing fingers, putting us in blasts and stuff like that. Yeah, because they're sticking up for Caesar, Esau, their king. No, their white daddy.
That's it, bro. That's right, man. That's right, man. Go on, Act.
I have
Is there more on that, Act?
I can read a little bit.
Go on. Go on,
Want to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and these all do contrary to the decrees of Caesar, saying that there is another king, one Yahushai.
see.
Yeah.
So even see. So really, the whole controversy came with the Lord. You know, that was the controversy. You know, they're like, because they was like, man, Caesar, man.
Yeah.
You know, for you remember before that, when the Lord was getting crucified in the Gospels, they were, it wasn't the same people, most likely it was. I don't know, but remember there was Jake saying what, crucify him. You know, let his brother. You know what I mean?
On our children.
We have no king but Caesar.
And they said they just said they're talking about this Yahushai.
Yeah. They're like, when they like, Jake do a passing comment.
Yeah.
Like who, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about this Yahushai, like they're saying he's the king.
He's the king.
Yeah. They ain't talking about I don't know who's the Caesar at the time. I don't know, man. You know them fucking Roman Caesar. You know, they're talking about this Yahushai. That's who they're saying he's king. You know? Go on, man.
I think that was the point.
That's it, yeah? Yeah, man. And that's the same thing today. That's why they push. That's why when someone's taking money, when they say don't teach in that name, when they say don't teach the name,
Bad, man.
they took money. Why shouldn't you teach in the name? Why shouldn't you mention the name? Because they've taken money, man. You got something there.
Oh yeah, I had the scripture. I was looking at what emperor it was.
Yeah.
This is
Well, we know, Pilate was there and stuff. You know?
Pilate,
Go on.
This is Amos 5:10. They hate him that rebuketh at the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Yeah, they hate them. That's us, man. The gate is basically this world, man. The highways, the byways, going out teaching. They don't like it, man. It says they hate him, and that's if you look up that word hate, man. Let's look up that word hate, because this is how people feel. They hate you, pretty much. People throw the words out, but look up what the word actually means. You see like more in depth of it, man. But it says they hate them that basically rebuke at. So pushing this word, people hate you for it, man. That's why the Lord said that. He said, Yahushua said, marvel not, for if the world hateth you, know that it hated me before it hated you, man.
Sorry.
Let him look this word up first, then we'll, yeah.
And just a side point to bring that out, it was the emperor was Tiberius.
Okay.
And Pontius Pilate was the governor
Of Rome, yeah.
of Judea.
Khan.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned it.
Khan.
Alright.
That was the rule at the time.
Tiberius.
Yeah. So that's who was like basically calling the shots, man.
One of the shots. And he had a governor, Pontius.
Yeah.
You know?
So he was the head of all Rome, innit? Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
Right. So this is hated or hate in the blue letter, and it says outline of biblical usage. To hate, be hateful. It says hater, one hating, enemy. It says to be hated.
Yeah, so they're your enemy. They want to basically kill you, man. Pretty much, man. Have I therefore became your enemy because I
told you the truth.
exactly, bro. Go on. Is there more on that?
That was really it. That was all.
Okay, go on.
You're
Go
talking
on.
about hate, innit? This is Matthew 24 and verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
And bruv, like even right now, it's not far fetched. You know, like you might be like, oh, you know, you might have a simple moment. How can it be, bro? Prime example is those people who ain't vaxxed.
There you go,
shit,
yeah.
so like, Max, you know, like the whole world is against people that people call you stupid.
Yeah.
So
No,
if
God,
if
yes.
if those who preach against it, us, we are gonna be hated of all men.
Of course.
Conspiracy nuts, kooks and all that, you know.
Yeah, because you ain't got the V's and all that. Yeah.
And you're
Is that how
preaching-
far? Is that how fucking stupid the world is, bro?
I'm not still. Let me
This place is like, but to us, but that's how the Lord's made the movie, you know, like there's a few that have the truth and the rest are just blinded. But to us, this world is mad. You're getting poisons in your body, nanobots inside your body. You know, because even with that stuff they stuff up the nose, they say there's like nanobots and
that fucking swim up your fucking nose.
Now, if you watch the new Spider-Man, have you seen the new Spider-Man? If you watch it, it's dope. But in this new Spider-Man, Dr. Octopus, I'm not going to ruin it. But basically, there's nanobots in it. You see it.
Wow.
And the nanobots start, you know, because it's on his suit. You know, he gets that shit from Stark, Tony Stark. Spidey's suit and that.
Yeah.
It's got nanobots. It's made out of nanobots. Wow. So when it gets touched and that, he can control someone else. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, from his suit. So what I'm saying is, that's what that is. When Esau plugs your nose with that shit, yeah, man, they've got systems where they can control what's in your body. You know, start moving your left arm. You don't know what your arm's even doing. Start altering how you think. As soon as that shit's in your body now, you know, it starts, because the whole point is they want to take you away from the belief of the Most High. So they want to take the Lord's children away from the Most High. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So when they put that in you, what happens is you might just start, you know, like thinking away from the Lord, you know? You know what I'm trying to say? Let me not, you know, something could happen where, you know what I'm saying, man?
No,
Let me not go out and teach.
No,
Let me.
Well, that's why the guy lost his faith when he took it.
Yeah.
Well, and then even Salaka, remember the graphene oxide?
Yeah.
Remember, like they said, when a magnet is near it, it moves and shit. You know, it like a black metal.
Yeah.
And that's what's in the jab. You know, that's what's in the jab.
It looks like Venom from Spider-Man.
It looks like Venom. It's actually that material is actually what is based on Venom, man. You know.
But I don't know. I remember I did a video with one brother a time ago where they were trying to stop people from being obese, and I believe they put. Remember, I think we did a video on it. They put chips on people to stop them from being obese, where the chip was basically giving them electric shocks every time they thought about food.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know what's funny? Because in the new Spider-Man, they showed you the chip.
Oh, okay.
Because Dr. Octopus, you know Dr. Octopus, his power, his machines, his tentacles was part of his science program. But his chip
At the back of his neck.
destroyed. And then what happened was the things took over him.
Yeah, the AI technology.
Took over him. But then what Spidey did was you know, in the new Spider-Man and that Spidey, you know,
Spidey.
you know, Spider-Man's Masonic because you know he fires the thing like that.
Yeah.
He fires it with the monochronoto,
Wow.
but it's upside down, and you know you're a kid. Hey, Spidey!
Yeah.
And Spidey can,
Yeah.
you know, he's firing it with the monochronoto. That's his symbol. You know, people will see that. Yeah.
Screenshot.
But yo, but the jokes thing is, what I was saying to you is that he fixes Octopus's chip, and then when he puts the chip back in him, he's back in control of the hands again. So it shows you, he puts the chip on the back of his neck in the film. So these films are all showing you nanobots, MOTV technology, and that's what Spider-Man's like into all science and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Biology, all that, yeah.
So it shows you that, man. So when you get them things, Esau fucking knows that, man. He's that whole this whole testing and vaccine and all that. That's to take you away from the Most High, man.
Yes, yeah, and that's always been Esau's plan. Remember, like during what Antiochus and them, they were trying to get us to transgress against the Most High. You know, to make us eat pork. You know, those the scripture says when they found the books of the law, they burned them. And spiritually, that's what Esau's trying to do now, like by you know attacking your God gene. Because with Esau's thinking is, guess what? If we can make him turn against the Most High, then the Lord is never going to come save them, because they're against them anyway. And then we for therefore can rule forever. But guess what? The elector is the trump card.
Exactly.
Through the Lord, man. Through Yahweh Shemel Shai.
That's it.
I got a scripture. Proverbs 29 and 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination.
Yeah, I don't want to
wicked.
get V. I don't want the MOTV. You're to the eyes of the unjust. To them you're unjust.
Yeah.
You beast. That's how they look at you. They think you don't want to follow this, you beast.
You're putting everyone in harm.
You're killing us.
Yeah.
And that.
Blaming you. Yeah.
You put your mask on.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
For real, man.
Real
It's true.
Yeah.
For real, man.
Put your mask on. And that.
Yeah.
You know? You fucking.
Nah, yeah.
The scriptures about these fucking 2/3, they gnash their teeth. You fucking. You know, they're like that. That's someone that their teeth are about to break because they're you fucking.
There's no exaggeration.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
No.
I'm joking, but that's what
No,
it's
it's
true.
not even a joke.
They gnash their
It's
teeth.
serious.
Yeah.
It's serious. You know, you can't
But
see
to
them.
us, you're unjust.
Yeah.
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 You
To
can-
us, you're
yeah.
sorry. Go on.
No,
Go on.
go on. I was gonna say because you can't see them, but under the mask, that's what they're doing. Man.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah. You can see the eyes squinting.
yeah. Do you remember when we was out of town, bro? We was in that shop, and that bird was like to us, "Excuse me, am I
yeah,
getting a
yeah.
mask?" And then, and you know, obviously, your brother's supply. All right, cool, man.
You read
And
that?
we-
Yeah.
You know, we was like, hey, be peaceable with it.
Oh,
That's
really?
it.
But do you remember her spirit? She was vexed, man. She was like, "Man, putting on your mask, please. Have you got a condition?
Yeah.
You know,
Are you exempt?
Are you
All of that,
exempt? Well, if you're exempt, you're supposed to have a pass." He was like, "All right, man.
Get that from your doctor if you can.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, you know.
You know.
Because obviously, look.
You can pay £15
got a
at eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know that little
Exemption.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you can, you know, supplant, but it's like, you know, if you got to go in a store and
wear the
wear,
mask.
yeah, it's not a big deal,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? It's
Once you
just,
come out, take it off.
go on.
Go on, precept.
Yeah, go on.
This
And
is
don't let them burst your brain barrier.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I'm saying, man.
Burst your
This is the
fucking-
fight right now.
You know what I mean?
The fight right now is all this technology, bro. Go on, man.
no. It's like I was gonna say this because you know that thing where they, you know, they stab you up in your head and shit like that. that actually goes back to ancient Egypt,
Egypt, yeah.
for punishment, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, and make the slave docile.
Yeah, make the slave. Yeah, exactly. So that's what they're exactly doing because they show pictures of it. Yeah, they're scrambling your brain. You know, jabbing up your brain, and that's how they used to try and bring out your brain.
Yeah,
That
because
way,
if
man.
the Lord has got a barrier there,
Yeah,
there's a reason for
the
that.
reason, bro. That's spiritual.
Deep, brother. You know them Benjamins.
Preach.
Preach.
That's you know.
No, for real.
But
For
look,
real.
if the Lord, hey, if the Lord's got like
There's a hub where you need them, man.
hey, if the Lord's got a barrier there, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
You know, like what the Lord's already made in us. You're not supposed to tamper with it, bro.
Yeah.
That's where, like, the Lord even said, hey, like even though people think it's on a low level, but like you're not supposed to get tattoos. You're not.
Tattoos.
You're not supposed to carve your skin.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that, man. It's like
It's
there's,
a barrier, man.
there's things that you're not supposed to do to your body, man. You know, even as far as like Esau's medicines, the Lord requires us to take the herbs and prayer. You take natural remedies, pray. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
When you're not supposed to put defiling things in you.
Yeah.
Even in this flesh we're in,
yeah.
it's messed up flesh, but you're not still not supposed to defile it, man.
Well, like even like someone has cancer, it's because everyone has cancerous cells. It's only if it's active or not. Like you don't have to cut it out, you know.
Yeah, or get a fucking radio waves.
yeah, to destroy both cells, both bad and good.
Chemotherapy and that,
And then your fucking immune system can't fight nothing. You know, that's why the Lord gives the herb. What you think cancer didn't exist? It ain't so. It's a plague. You know, but then through prayer and going to a physician who can know the symptoms. Okay, take this. This will work as well. Pray. You know, that's how it be, man.
Yeah. This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. That put
Yeah, get the V. Going back to that again.
Yeah, no,
but it's
for real.
true, man.
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
evil, bro, man.
Yeah, it is
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
evil.
Someone's telling you they're forcing you to get this thing. Why do you think Esau's pushing it to? He's gonna push it to the limit, but you know you're gonna lose jobs. You're gonna things are gonna happen because the evil's trying to force you to do what they want.
Exactly.
You know, you gotta get the ultimate is the mark MOTB. The evil's trying to force that upon you, man. You know, so yeah, go on.
And it's coming out recently, you know, on the news that with the V they're putting, you know, the Karagma in it.
Yeah,
that's you know,
insane.
no, well, not like it's basically a pass that's gonna be in the Karagma. Not like the Karagma is not because as Apostle said,
The V itself is not.
the V is not the
Can't. That's
Karagma.
right.
Hey, a brother put in a brother put an article that like by I think like
2022.
yeah,
End of
people
22.
whoever got the V's will like it will get AIDS.
Oh, the
Oh,
German
yeah,
doctor.
yeah,
The
yeah,
German
yeah,
doctor.
yeah,
The German
yeah,
That
doctor,
was
yeah.
busting up
That's
because
crazy,
they've
yeah.
obviously got that in there.
Yeah.
Because you know all them things like AIDS
jabs,
and all
yeah.
that is all like laboratory made by Esau, you know, and then he just tested it in the land of Ham and you know spread it everywhere.
Yeah.
Because even here, you know, people got AIDS and
No,
you know, it's
no,
like
yeah.
it doesn't go away and all that
yeah.
shit. But that's obviously spread by Esau. You know,
yeah.
lab made. So them yabs got all that in there.
No, yeah, they do.
Them yabs got the AIDS. They got probably got all kind of shit is in that
Yeah,
motherfucker,
they do,
man.
they do.
Ebola is in there.
No, they
Anything man made in them labs, he probably put it in there. Okay,
No,
that's what it is.
you know, the thing is, it's not even a speculation, it's facts.
in there.
Because there was an article saying the people getting false tests for HIV and AIDS. In fact, facts, man. And this is last year. There's actually articles, people getting like a false, it's not a false positive, bro. It's a positive of AIDS, bro. You know,
Damn.
There's people out there who are, you know, but then if he's a faggot, he himself don't know. He's like, well, is it through the jab or is it through getting butt blasted? You know, but that's true. Those people,
Both.
yeah, it's double AIDS. You know?
You got jab both ways. Isn't it? Jab alone.
Yeah, man. You got more than that.
Yeah,
Go on.
It says that put darkness for light.
Yeah, that's dark, man. That ain't be first. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at
You
It's
gotta get
both.
boosted. You get the boost. Get boosted, man.
Yeah, bro, these fucking demons got like some motherfuckers got 4 hits.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
what
you know that guy that got 8 hits one day got arrested?
You got, bro, what kind of demons?
Never heard of him again,
You're
innit?
getting 4 hits. Like, yo, you gotta be out of your mind. You're getting 4 hits.
This is from June the 18th, yeah? It says Australia scrapped C19V that produced false HIV positive. You know? It's not false, bro. What? If someone has herpes, what? Is it fake herpes? How can you have fake herpes? It's herpes, bro.
That's it.
So that basically is exposing them. If people got a vaccine that get demon HIV, that means it's in there.
Exactly.
What, did it just come out the blue, bro?
Bro, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Go on, man.
You know, in Australia, they push that the vaccine. They push it heavy in Australia as well.
Yeah,
I know if you've seen in the news recently, you've seen that tennis player
Oh, yeah, he's
Djokovic.
getting blasted.
Hey,
Bro, he's getting like publicly lynched, bro. They're making like an example out of him because he doesn't want to take the
He should have stayed in Australia.
serpent
Man.
venom. Yeah, man.
Hey, you're spiritual about him as well. His first name is what? Novak.
Novak.
Or Novak.
Novak.
He's a Jake. He's a Jake.
He's Jake.
He's straight Jake.
His name is Novak.
No.
He's like the top tennis player,
Yeah.
and they're like trying to just basically make an example out of him, man. 'Cause
I'd be
he's
surprised
with
if he
it.
winds up, you know, dead, man.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised.
And he's got more integrity than a lot of these fucking niggas.
Yeah.
You know? They're like, this guy's rich, but he's like, I ain't taking it.
I think there was one
Yeah, but you
NFL
got
player
some
as well.
fuck that ain't got a penny to fucking a pot to piss in, and he's telling you to take it, and he's got 4.
He got four.
Some fuck that ain't got shit.
From 4 different companies.
Yeah. And it says,
Wow.
that put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
And that's what's happening, man. Sweet, that's what happened, man. Like, getting the fucking thing is bitter, man. But it's sweet, no, if you want them pleasures, you know. If you
What
want them
pleasures, man? I mean, to them it's pleasure, I guess. You
Yeah,
know,
but
it's
there's
like,
no pleasure.
this place is bitter, man.
Astro World.
Yeah. Well, the scripture says what? What's that? Isaiah 24? They shall not drink wine with a
Oh,
song.
yeah. It was that the wine's gonna become bitter to even to these vaxxed up zombies.
Yeah,
These
the
V'd up zombies.
The time.
People of the world, the wine's gonna, and you can see that already. People are trying to drink and be merry, but they're just through.
Hey,
Not like when brothers drink. You know, you're drinking talking about the world's ending. You might, you're drinking because you might have some sorrows you're dealing with. You know, you need to de-stress. But they're drinking trying to enjoy it, but you just can't because it's not happening. Like it's just forced. Like
Yeah.
life's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
True. It's alright, you know. Going to that party.
Yeah.
I think they're only letting 5 people in at a time. You know, like some of the parties, they're not even letting people in venues. Only 10 people can be in at a time.
You got a book before I.
Hey, bro, that's why in certain environments where parties take clubs go on, you know environment we're talking about. Sometimes when you drive past there, you see the same Negroes that are just forcing it, standing there just by themselves. They don't know what to do, man. They're weeded off with a mask and just trying to still get in the same club. You actually see them, you drive past them, you know, he's in his range, still there, like, looking tired as hell.
Don't know what to do, innit?
He's fed up.
People don't know what to do, innit?
They
They're
don't know what to
outside,
do, man.
outside. Well, their whole being revolves around this world, man.
Yeah.
So when they ain't got a clue, man. Whereas with us, we got some kind of hope. Well, we have a hope, not some kind of hope. We got a hope. You know what I mean? Which is the deliverance to get out of him. And we know this is ending. And there's no way we're gonna live in a world where, people are yabbed up and MOTB'd up, and you're just here for another 30 years living,
No way, man.
trying to maneuver around the system, living underground. You know what I'm saying?
In 5 years in the
should be
bush.
sorted.
Like like the brothers always say, when it's forced, the MOTB, World War III, all these things are gonna roll out, man.
Quick.
You know, the Lord ain't gonna have us here the way. Even it's like annoying to live the way it is now. Nothing ain't happened yet. It's not major yet. But it's like, bro, you don't even wanna. We know it's gonna get worse, but you don't even wanna live in this world how it is now. Even how it was 10 years ago, you didn't want to live here. You want about what this shit's like. When you wake up to the truth, you know this is all bullshit, man. But there's no way the Lord's gonna have a society of yabbed up people, and you gotta live wearing masks for the rest of your life.
15 years.
What the fuck, bro? Go on, man.
You can't even really travel though. You know, they're shutting all of that down, cancelling flights. So where is the mirth? It's all stopped.
So that's why the wines, we're gonna get that. The drink is becoming bitter to them.
Yeah, it's coming bad bitter, bro.
Just on the point that you mentioned, this is Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Yeah, man, because we can't continue in a wicked world like that. Because if it goes to that extreme, to that extent, everyone will die. You know, especially with the technology that Esau's doing and shit like that. You know, with all these V's, there's reports of it that people are becoming infertile and shit like that. You know, the population of he's doing a depopulation agenda, Georgia Guidestones and shit like that. So
Making people infertile.
exactly, man, it's fucked. I think which film was it? Children of Men or one of them? I think it was children of men. I think everyone was infertile and they had a Jake
Oh
woman.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then
The
and
one
then she
that
had
got
that
pregnant.
baby when it was all gone.
Yeah,
off,
yeah, it was
innit?
everything,
Can't.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
This is Psalm 64.
It's true, bro.
Hear my voice, oh, how about you now shy in my prayer? Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Yeah, man, that's the elites, man. The insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Because look, man, to have a society, you gotta be crazy to. Which we know Esau's mad. We know he's a mad scientist, man. But like to live
Frankenstein.
in a Frankenstein. But to live in a world where it's like everything that's normal everything that's good is bad. Upside down world to live. LGBTQ world, V'd up people, mass, like a robot society, metaverse.
Yeah.
Like to live in a world like that is just like that is a work of iniquity, man. Feminism. That's how you know what I'm saying. It's like it's crazy, man. A man can become a woman. Someone born a man can become a woman. A woman can become a man. Women fighting with black eyes. With steroids. Like, bro, this is a mad ass world, man. No order at all. It's like, bro, that's a work of iniquity. So then, what did that say? Hide me from the secret counsel. That's a
insurrection.
yeah. And all these things are conjured up. They're planned. Yeah.
If you go into the word for insurrection, it says a company scheming.
Yeah. So all these things are planned by them elites, man. They
Remember
sit.
the Simpsons.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on.
Remember the Simpsons? They used to always have occasionally. They'll have the table. They'll have the mayor and
Mr. Burns.
and all of them guys. That shit is what happens. They have a round table. They link up and they throw plans out.
Yeah, and they talk about their agendas, the New World Order, how we're going to keep destroying the Israelites, how we're going to keep keeping them away from the Lord, how we're going to try and evade prophecy, which they're not, them elites, they're not avoiding prophecy anyway, they're doing what they're meant to.
Yeah, they're fulfilling it.
But that's why the scripture says the pride of thy heart hath deceived
Yeah,
you.
because they really think go on.
bro.
But they really think they're going to achieve something, We're going to chip everyone, we're going to rule.
Yeah,
We're gonna
inherit the blessing.
that's why they're gonna be in them bunkers. They think that after the destruction they're gonna still be the ones to come out and repopulate the earth and all that. They're gonna think they're the ones that's still gonna rule. Like
As he's about to fill his belly, that's when the Most High is going to cast a wrath on them, man. Like you're saying, they think they're going to get everything all in place, and it seems like they're going to get it, but then the Lord's going to just cancel their plans, man. I got a precept.
Got one after you.
you still got more on that.
Yeah. And it says, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot. So that's their tongue, that's their agenda. And when it says they wet their tongues, it's not like you're like wet like water. You have something called a whetstone. It sharpens the sword. So when it says you wet their tongue like a sword, they're sharpening their agenda. They're getting their agenda right.
Yep.
They're testing things out. So what's an example of them wetting their sword? Australia. That's a testing ground.
Big testing, bro.
Sword being furbished.
Italy's a testing ground. In Italy they have a. They were just saying about
Australia. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
in Italy they have something called a green pass, and they're talking about a super green pass, which basically will effectively ban unveiled people from working. So what they're thinking of doing is making it a mandate for everyone in Italy, if you work, to be mandated to have a super green pass to work, which to have it you have to be vaccinated. So if you don't have it, then you can't work.
Yeah.
Which that's how you know that apostles have always been saying that this V is a stepping stone to the mark. Because soon it will be, oh you can't have the green pass to work. Then soon it will be you can't have the V to work. so I can scan the V to prove your jab.
Hey, there was one when lockdowns and that began
Yeah.
a few years back. You know, like they were hitting Italy hard, innit?
Hard.
And there was this one little Italian kid, and they said to him, "Oh, you know, schools locked, society's locked down. You know, how do you feel? You know, you're not be able to go to school." And he said, "This is the kid." He goes, "I love it." He said, "I don't have to go to school." The little Italian kid. I was like, "Hey," he said, "Jake, man." He goes, "I love it." He said, "I don't have to go to school." This little kid, like, you know, even the little kid knew it's all bullshit, like, you know.
Don't have to go to school.
Little Italian kid and that, like, he said, "Yeah." He said, "I love it, man." He said it in Italian, innit? But I had the subtitle. He said, "I love this. I don't have to go to school." He said. Anyway, but there you go. That's oppression. You gotta have passes to go work. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're doing. They're backing people to get against against the wall so hard that, you know what, a lot of people are gonna just get a lot of people are gonna get MO'd up in that.
Yeah, we're gonna fold.
They're not gonna know. Not a lot of people are gonna be willing to say, "Look, kill me," to not take it. Now, if they are, that's cool, man. If people are gonna go that far, that's cool, man. You know, we're praying we're gonna go to that limit.
Willing, yeah.
You got some more?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. A lot of people are gonna get backed against the wall. That's what's happening now. You know. So you're getting backed up against the wall right now, man. And this is the time now to say no more. Nah, I don't want that. You know, nah, miss me with that. I don't want nothing to do with that. This is the time even more, bro. Not to start folding up to Esau's demands, man. Here it is, you've been fighting all these years. I'm talking about us in the truth. We've been fighting all these years. You know what I'm saying? Like us right here, right now, right? But then now all of a sudden you're going to start giving in to what Esau said. That's like, come on, man. Now's the time to, like, you know, really say no to him. Go on, man.
And it says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares. Privily. They say, "Who shall see them?" And that's why they have their secret meetings. Like, you know, you got the Bohemian Grove, where they all link up, nude and forest and that.
Yeah.
What do you think is going on in there? Child sacrifice. They have that statue,
Big Owl, innit?
Big Owl, where they put a baby in the heat in the middle, man, and it sizzles, you know. But like, if it's so like, but you know, is the men of influence and stuff. They go there, you know.
Presidents.
The presidents,
You know. Yeah, man.
You even have this thing, CERN, you know, that basically they're trying to bring in more demons, man. You know, trying to, you know, to open up stuff here, man. You know, to bring in more demons into this realm.
Tampering with the spirit, bro.
That's what they're trying to do, man.
Which they are.
That's what they are doing. That's, you know, that's what's going on. They got child sacrifices. That's why there's a lot of kids missing, man. Because a lot of them have been used for sacrifice, man. You know, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But
yeah, meaning their thoughts are like, you know, they got deep thoughts, man, of how to conjure up their plans, what they're doing. You know, like these elites are not stupid, man. You know, like, you know, you read the scriptures talk about Esau being the basis of men, but then you got to remember, the Lord's risen them up to be wise, bro.
Yeah.
They're wiser than Jakes out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? The children of this world are wiser than the children of the Most High, man. Right now.
Yeah.
So these guys are like, they're heavy in what they're thinking about, man. You know, Esau's a master with that destruction, man.
Psychology, the weapon.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
Bioweapon. You know, like even like you were mentioning earlier, you were saying like the nanobots, nanotechnology and stuff. You know, they got researchers. You know, they fund that. You know, come up with this information for them.
Yeah. You know? Well, you had the man that actually made the chip. He, like, I can't remember his name, but he was on the YouTube, and he actually came out and said that.
big guy with the glasses.
Yeah. And he said, yeah.
Oh yeah, and he
said-
became a Christian.
Yeah, and he said that everything he did was in revelation.
Yeah.
and he didn't know that. He said, if I had known that,
He wouldn't
I
have
would
done
never
it.
have did it.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
the Lord that
But it was the Lord made him make it.
Yeah.
He said, if I had known that, I would have never made the rice grain,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
technology.
yeah.
Because he said, I read it later on in life when he became a Christian. I read it in Revelation 13. That is what that was, and that's what I created.
So the
Come
Lord,
on, man.
The Lord
They-
hid
they-
him for the truth, just so he can make it. Then
Tell me there ain't no power like.
Yeah, and he himself said don't take it. He actually said don't
the
take
person who made it,
it.
telling you
Because
don't
he was
take
like, he basically, and that was an old video, like in the 90s or something. You know, he basically came out and said, bruv, don't take it, man. Because that's what it is. You know? This is, but Yahweh Shemel Shai shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded.
Yeah, man. Yeah, go on, go on, go on.
No,
No, go on, speak on.
and you know, so that kind of goes into when he's about to fill his belly. That's when the Lord gonna cast him down, man. Because ultimately, when they finally think that they've accomplished their agenda, the Lord's gonna take them down. And then more it says, so shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that ties into what you were saying about that guy who made it.
Yeah.
You know, his tongue literally followed himself.
Yeah.
He literally
He
said,
made it.
He said, bro, I made the thing.
Yeah, but that's why even see like the way the society we're in, there's a lot of people that don't want to haven't got V. Even where I'm, you know, where I'm at the moment. But when I was leaving last week, they were all saying, look, man, like a lot of them, like four of them, a lot of them ain't got the V basically, and they're saying I'm willing to lose the job if I don't get the V, to not get the V. And I was like, man, and I didn't even bring nothing like that up. I don't do that, innit? But no, but they spoke about it amongst themselves.
Yeah.
So I was there, man. That's kind of that's cool, man. You know, they're like, man, no one can force me. Like a lot of them, Jake, where I'm at, no one can force me. No, I ain't doing that. I was like, all right, cool. That's kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
So my point, what I'm saying to you is that there is a lot of people that are like that know that this is fucked up. I'm not willing to do this. I'm not, you know. But what's gonna happen is, remember, because in Revelation it says we'll get Revelation 13, right?
Okay,
Because
no.
remember it said he's gonna basically, it's gonna be forced on people. You know, it's not going to be. There's going to be a point where, you know, it's not going to be like a choice, man. There's going to be military troops out here, man. You know, people are going to be forced to do things. There's not going to be a choice eventually, man. So, oh, what, you don't want to do this? Well, you know, you're going to be taken to them lined up camps to do it. Go on, right? Yeah, but their tongue is falling upon us all. You got crackers coming out. You got elite. You know, people coming out exposing this. This was once a mystery. Now it's all in the open. People know about the agenda of the elites. People know about the Georgia Guidestones. Things is all coming out, man. The Esau being revealed.
It's no longer a conspiracy theory. It's a fact.
Well, you know what? The thing is, you know what's funny? Yeah, it's a fact. But people will still, there's still idiots that say, you know what I'm trying to say? There was a meme. It said, 1970. This was a conspiracy theory. It said, and then things will change or something like that.
Yeah.
Then it was like 221. It's like the things that was
Said it wasn't gonna happen.
is happening now. Then they still say it's
Fucking bug outs, man.
come on, bro. They're gonna say that till the end, bro. But things are coming out as truths, man. Like, look, it's blatant that, like for example, an example. I'm talking too much, but look, an example of Esau, that whole racism thing, that Esau hates Jake. That's blatant now. Even, you know, it's blatant. It's like it's common. It's even though it was knowledge before. It's like it's blatant. It's right in your face. But people, Jake still ignore it. So, you know,
Got precepts for you. This is
the joke's on you, man. Go on, man.
This is Revelations 12 and 12.
Yeah, man.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that ye have but a short time.
Exactly. Yeah, so he's going to come down with wrath, man. He's going to come down to fulfill his agenda because he's at his end, man. So he's going to come heavy, man. This thing's going to eventually become like that World War Z, man. You know that World War Z, man? The world's in turmoil. What's happening now? Look at Kazakhstan. And Kazakhstan, they're like rioting because the petrol prices skyrocketed. Fuel prices. So you saw them Kazakh people smashing up
Yeah.
Golovkin. That's Golovkin's land, isn't it?
Yeah.
They were smashing up police cars,
And
shit like that,
yeah.
man.
And then there's videos of like Darbu and that. They were saying that like basically that whole petrol thing is a cover up for like a little proxy war because Russia sent troops in there. You know, and there's other nations troops that are going up in there. And what I think last night, I think the president put like a shoot to kill fucking like an order or something. You know, shoot to kill, man.
I think you called them terrorists.
Something like that, yeah.
Bandits or something.
Yeah. It's conflicts, man.
But that's because, and remember Kazakhstan, that's run by Esau, man. All these countries. So it just shows you that he's gonna come heavy, man. He's gonna come down, and that's gonna happen here. It's gonna happen in America. It's gonna happen here. It's already happened in Australia. Anyway, man. Go ahead.
And this is Revelations 13 and 16.
Yeah.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Yeah?
Yeah, he causeth all, man.
Causeth.
So he's not. He's gonna get to the point where he ain't asking you. He's gonna be, it's gonna be. He's gonna cause you to do it. You know, like now he's tricking people into getting this. You need this because you might die. You got people in their houses believing that they're gonna die, man. A plague of the mind, bro. Yeah, they're zombies, but Esau's played his witchcraft so much. He's got people plagued in the brain, man.
No,
I can't see my son anymore because he might transmit me the disease. There's people think like that. There's people sitting in their houses right now with masks on.
Yeah.
You see people driving. There's no one in the car with them. They got a mask on.
I saw this.
You see no, go on.
No, bro.
You see an empty street, and you might see someone walking, but there's a mask on. There's no one even around them.
All in their cars.
Double two. There were two masks.
I saw a video of a lady. She was eating, and after every bite, she's putting the mask on. You take a bite, and then go chew it underneath the mask, and when she finished, pull them up, back on, and do that.
Come on, man.
The people are plagued, man, in the brain.
It's a plague. It's a plague, though.
So he's got it in your head that you're gonna die if you don't do these certain things,
Psyops, boy. Total.
Yeah, so that's leading people to this, Go on, right?
Salafiak as well, and like order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. That's what these elites, use, man. Have a false flag, something to happen that causes people to follow his way, man, which he had planned from the beginning.
They become desperate and reliant on the government. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
So you're not going to be able to, buy and sell. We've been saying that for years, man. You ain't going to be able to maneuver in society if you don't have the mark. So that's when that pressure's going to come, man. Because you got people that are against these things now. But we're going to see when it really heats up.
Yeah.
Go on.
I was going to say, remember that old school video that used to come out and they said by 2017 they're going to push the Karagma, but they were explaining the things that the Karagma would do. They were saying have like your credentials, your medical history, all of that, all your information, passport, everything is in one, and you just scan it, you just tap your headpiece or your hand, whatever.
Yeah, and they're telling you that now.
Yeah.
They're actually saying that straight up now. There's like information on that. Yeah, we may have to come with. Esau had. There was an article also. It said we may have to come with a technology that has everything all in one to quail what's happening now.
Brother, like,
No, go on.
a chip can be programmed, man.
Yeah.
We know there was an article on some guy, from a company in Sweden said, "Oh no, this chip can't track you. It can't. It's just for, bro. Like, why would you need a chip to just have a pass on it? That doesn't even make no sense. Like, if someone's already taken the shot, surely you can give them a barcode in their phone, you scan, and you can access their file. So why do you need a chip in someone to have a pass on it if that's just fraud? Doesn't even make no sense. The person might say, it can be falsified, but if you have a database, or a verified database where you have to get V to be on the database, surely you can just have a barcode someone can scan and show it. So that means there's an agenda for that chip.
Of course, bro.
You know, people who say that. No, it's a pass. Like, it's like a passport. Why do you need a passport injected in you? You can just have it.
Exactly.
You can just scan. That's
There
a
you go
passport.
then.
So you don't. So that means there's an agenda for that. A chip can be programmed. Like, for example, back in the day, our phones are just our phones. Now, you can link your bank card to your phone, and your phone becomes contactless.
It's all in there.
There you go.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So that's like a chip. Once the chip is in you, they can upgrade it for anything. You know what I mean? They can just upgrade it. You know,
And
like,
they can turn it. They can
Switch it on and
and then you just drop.
yeah.
That in time. Remember that? You know that film? And they're running. Yeah, just and remember that part when his mom just drops in front of him. She gets her time turns off.
Fell in his arms and that.
So that film was sick. Sick film. And then in that film, the rich lived
Live forever.
and they had bare time
Unlimited time.
and they lived outside the and then the poor was all huddling around. It was like the city.
And then do you remember?
You got to work. You got for your time. Yeah.
Remember there was that rich guy that kind of didn't give a fuck about the shit, so he gave up his time.
Oh yeah.
He gave him so he could die. Like
Because he's been there for so long.
It's
Yeah.
bullshit, man. But that's basically like. So it just shows you it's bullshit, man.
That's it.
People, and guess what? A bot will say, see, it said buy or sell, but this is just gonna be a pass. You fucking monkey, man. It's just a pass. You think Esau is that simple? That's why you can't really fuck with Esau. Scripture says, basically, he speaketh lies, man.
Yeah.
Like Esau could say, I just got some machine to just investigate space or something. But
Yeah,
really,
you believe it.
but then the machine is for some shit else, man. That's how Esau is.
Slick.
Oh yeah, this Maxine is just to protect you. Okay, all right,
After you
mate.
took it, months after.
After you took it, your fucking leg decapitates.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my worldly bro got the third thing,
Oh, God.
and all I heard was in the night, and he was in pain that one night. And the first time he took the second one, I think it was, and I was there in the yard and that. I heard him, and I was like, the first night is always bare pain.
First night, always there. It's demonic.
Like the third time, the other day, he was in mad pain. I was like, bro, you good? And I was even awake to just to check if he doesn't just drop dead. Like, I don't wish that on him, but I was up just to check. But all I could hear is and I was like, I just can't sleep on this side of my arm. I was like, yo, so what's in your body, bro?
Yeah.
And then when I was mentioning it to him, he tried to ignore the fact that it was the thing.
Yeah. He was this.
No. Like, I said, you sure it wasn't that thing they hit you in your arm with? No, he's ignoring it. But I'm hearing him grimacing.
Wow.
You know when you're like in pain, you grimace. That's what he was doing. And like that. Shit. Fucking robots, man.
Don't take it, man.
Bots, man.
Never
People are
trust that
stupid,
enemy,
man.
man. Never trust that enemy, man.
And then sometimes I'll be hearing him on the phone if I'm around. I'll be hearing him on the phone talking to whoever he's talking to. Yeah, we'll be able to travel soon. We're going to be immune. We got the third things and all that. And then I've even heard him say I've heard him say to someone like, with these are bots. I'm just making a point. I'm like, this is the type of people you got to listen to. I heard him say on someone, we might have to, continuously take these things just to live nowadays.
And Esau said that.
Yeah.
They've actually said that.
Boosters 10
Because by the pure definition of the Civic, right? There's constant variance. So one max might not be for the next variant. You're always gonna have to need to take it.
Yeah, there's different strains.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like
Who's
weed,
talking
man.
to me about red string? Who's that?
What?
That's a weed. That's a
Oh,
weed. Red
yeah.
string weed. Yeah. Someone mentioned that to me. I was like, yeah, it's true.
It's like weed, man.
I think a bro was
different strains.
saying that to me. Yeah, just like, that's what he was talking about.
Cryptochronic.
Cryptochronic. That's my bro was talking about how now you got all these weeds that are like crazy AK number 64, gelatos, vanilla blueberry, and all this shit right here. And then,
Oreo cookie.
yeah, Oreo cookie.
How do you get Oreo weed?
And because a brother was telling me like, yeah, there was a back in the day it was a red string grade or some shit. So I can't remember who. I said, brother saying it to me. So it's funny you said that, but it is that
It's like weed, man.
different
You know,
strands.
read
like,
it. I got the purple haze, California kush, the lemon pepper, you know, the lemon and herb. You know what I mean? The peri. You got
all these gimmicks,
all these gimmicks.
Mango and lime.
The mango and lime, weed, the barbecue
which
sauce.
is basically just a higher level disinfectant on the actual plant.
A fucking spray. You know.
Cryptochronicle.
They got the strawberry milkshake strand. They got all these strands, man.
That's the same thing with this.
V,
It's
yeah.
a joke,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the C-vid. There's a new strand, and then you got it's in people's heads
Delta.
that every day they're gonna have to take a new yab.
It's been normalized.
Yeah.
Are you? Is this back? Oh my. Go on, bro.
This is Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world.
Yeah, that's the, because you know what, with all these strands that's going round, remember the main hour of temptation is gonna be the MOTB, man. Because you put that in you and basically you're cemented, man. You know, you're not supposed to get any of these things anyway. We're against that. We're against the yabs and these things of that nature. But that MOTB, that's like the nail in the coffin, man. You know, once that's in you, bro, it's like the Lord already writ the judgment for those that receive that. You're gonna participate in the lake, man. That fire, go on, right?
It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Shit.
Yeah, man, because there's a reward for, sticking with righteousness, man, for being in this truth, standing stiffly for the name of the Lord, and not bowing to all of this madness, man. You're going to be getting salvation, the kingdom, all right, and we're going to be, we don't have to see this madness anymore, man. We're going to receive the kingdom, a new heaven, new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness, and all of this is going to be wiped away, man, but we got to go through, the hour of temptation, man.
The hour of temptation, which everyone is going to face it, man. The scripture says it shall come upon the whole world, man, to try them. So everyone is going to be forced to make a choice. Do you side with Satan or do you side with the Lord, man, and the Son? And it happened like in Babylon. Someone can quickly get it from time. You know the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. When they came to bow to the image, basically, Daniel, what, 3 minutes?
I think so, yeah.
Basically, everyone has to make a choice. Remember, the statue got set up, it was high, and at a certain sound, everyone had to bow, man.
Yeah, even in 300.
300s.
Remember, like Xerxes, he was massive. He was massive, and he said to Leonidas, all I ask is to bow. And then remember, Leonidas tricked him. He bowed, but then the guy threw the spear.
Stelios.
Yeah, Stelios. And then the spear went like that through. Xerxes went
And caught his earring and that.
yeah. It really like, you know. And you remember that scene? And then, all I ask is you bow. And then
I don't watch it again
he's
tonight.
big.
man.
Xerxes just touched Leonidas.
And the back in it.
Yeah, and he was massive, isn't it? The way they made him.
Yeah.
Then we went Stelios, and he threw the thing, and then Xerxes went, and that ring went.
So when he came down his throne, like he was stepping on people, innit?
Yeah, stepping on people.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
back, yeah.
So like the ring, yeah, go on. It's a dope movie.
Yeah.
But the reason why I brought that up is because every nation.
Has to make a choice.
No, but what I'm saying, every kingdom we were in, that's what they wanted. The king wanted you to bow to them. So the chip is the same thing, isn't it? That's Esau's no different, bro. Esau's no different. That's a form. That's like once you get the thing, that's like you bow to him.
Even in Egypt, when was before Salah.
No, go ahead.
Even in Egypt, Pharaoh got mad that through Moses, the children of Israel wasn't trying to submit anymore. He got mad, then because basically what Moses said, look, look, the Lord, Howard said, let my people go. So,
Yeah.
so he was the Israelites really through Moses was coming up, rising up. Like, look, man,
Same thing.
we ain't bound to you no more, basically. And they got mad, you know. It's the same thing in Babylon, which we're reading about, you know, and even in Persia with the Haman, even though, you know, we're starting off with Cyrus the Great, the Israelites and them had a good kind of, you know, parring. But we remember Haman basically said, look, man, you have to destroy all these people.
And you know Esau, yeah, you know, like, obviously, you know, like, throughout the years, obviously kept tabs on the truth. Like, way before our time, but he must have, when the internet, because they said the internet, what did the Rockefeller say? He said,
We should have never made the internet.
yeah, because of the truth, innit?
The truth, yeah.
But the internet,
It's harder to control.
brothers just came all over the planet. So the spirit had it where it was already there, the truth, but the spirit had it where these times had to come.
Yeah.
So you know Esau was, as soon as he seen the Israelites, throughout it's bad, man. Esau must have been like, shit, you know, you know. He must. That's right. You know what I'm saying? He must have been. Yeah.
But no, that's deep what you said, because what you said is
Yeah.
like, because Esau studies the past. He studies us. He actually studies Jake. You're like, you have a nigga. He's just in his house. He don't know there's a report on him. You know, he studies Jake. Esau knows how Jake works. That's why he chooses Esau's distractions, Jake's distractions. He get these rappers with money and show them a certain lifestyle. But the point is that they study Jake, so they've studied Jake in Rome, Greece, Antiochus, you know, Persia with Haman. And if you go to his story, he even said what? If you go into the history of these people, you see that there are pestilent people among every nation they've been under. You know, there are wicked people, because under every king, they try to turn onto their lord and stuff. You know what I mean?
The Amalekite. isn't
Yeah,
it?
and then they happen in Greece
Amalek.
with Antiochus. You know, like, hey, look, man, you know, make them stop to worship their god.
Yeah.
And then even, do you remember in the book of Judith, you know, you even had Achior, that the Ammonite captain, that explained to them that if these people turn onto their Lord, then you can't fight them. But if they're away from the Lord, that's when you can take them down.
Yeah.
So that's what Esau's doing today. He's trying to get us to turn from the Lord completely. You know,
Yeah,
he's trying to quench. That's why he's trying to quench the truth.
Yeah, it's nothing new though.
Nothing
you know?
new.
It's like everything that you know you're saying. We've already got the blueprint because it's happened before, man.
Yep.
So it's nothing new, man. 7,000 men that never bowed the knee to. It's the same thing to the idols, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But them movies are good to watch.
Yeah.
Now bow to God King Xerxes and all that. You know, God kings and all that. They're man on the earth. They think they're gods. You know that. That's what the Rothschilds think they are. Because they got levels on the planet. As a man, they think they're God kings. Bow to God King Rothschild.
That's why it even says what? The God of this one.
Yeah.
Blinded the eyes, you know what I mean?
Bow to God King Rothschild. Bow to God King. What's his name? Rockefeller. Bow to God King.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Bow to God King Evelyn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say as well, you know,
Yeah. When you check out David D. Rothschild, yeah, if you type him up, he's got Twitter and shit. You know, he's meant to be like in with the hip young crowds and that.
Humanitarian.
I haven't checked him. The last time I saw, he hasn't really been putting nothing up. So these guys are just in the background pulling strings. You ain't really hearing much from them. Bow to God King Rothschild. Go on, man.
I got Daniels.
Then when you bow, he goes Stelios. When he bow, he goes Sakal. And he comes with his spear. Come on. You know? And then Lord Rothschild with his suit on, his silk tie gets ripped. And then go.
I was gonna say as well, 'cause you know, like in that
I'm
movie,
only joking, man.
you had Afiotes. You know, he actually vowed. To the
Yeah.
guy. And he's like, "What? I will give you all the basic pledges, you know, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You'll see that I'm kind.
Yeah.
Is that the one that got rejected from the army?
Yeah,
So it's deformed, didn't it?
Yeah, the deformed,
Yeah,
Khan.
Khan, right?
Yeah, that's him, yeah.
So yeah, it shows you, man, they got the power in this world to give you the which is basically pledges of sin, man. You know,
Exactly.
for bowing.
Exactly.
I got Daniels.
Yeah,
I want to start down a bit.
The pleasures of How does this umbrella work, bro?
What's that? Which one's that one? Just press the button. Is that my one?
It's the Kingsman one. Isn't
What
it?
button?
Let it build up. This is
What-
Daniel's
what-
free.
Come in.
Just show him. No, I want it to come. How the what
Start
button?
from free. It says then the princes, the governors.
Start from the top. Oh, sorry, bro.
What did you say?
Does it hard?
This is Daniel's 3 and 1. It says Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits.
Click it down.
He set it up
Now
in the
press it.
plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon. Right, so yeah, a great image, man. You know, which they gave you the dimensions, how high it was. This was going to be a great image, you know, that they would have, you know, set up. Right now, it says then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces, to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
So basically, he established a big image of himself, and so okay, now everyone has to come about to it. So he got the chief captains of his, you know, his people to obviously come there. But guess what? Them chief captains also passed it on to the people. Yeah, yo, come at a certain time to come about to this. You know, good.
Then the princes, the governors, and captains, and judges, the treasurers,
Jokes with God Kings. Sorry.
the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up, and they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then an herald cried aloud, "To you it is commanded."
And herald, yeah, you know, bow to the God King.
Yeah. That's don't they do that?
That's what they do.
They do that.
God King.
And remember when back to 300. Remember when that Jake, the emissary, went to the Spartans?
Earth and water. And
Yeah. He was a herald. He said, everything Lord King Xerxes walks upon, every kingdom he shatters and all that. You know, he was bigging him up. He said, look, all we ask is that you Spartans bow before the war comes, basically. Then we won't destroy you.
require earth and water.
And then, you know, Leonidas said to him, you come to my city steps with the queen. Yeah. With the heads of conquered kings. He said to him, yeah. Remember he had the no because remember he had the chains. The chain he had on was like the heads of kings that have been conquered. And he goes, everything Lord King Xerxes walks upon, you know, he trembles lands and all, that's what a herald does. When you see Silver Surfer, you know that Marvel. Silver Surfer's the herald of Galactus. So he goes to a land, he goes to places and destroys it, but on behalf of Galactus. You know, that's what he's about, isn't it? Silver Surfer.
Kind of like
He's basically like Yahushua. He comes out of the right hand of Galactus, man. If you watch it, you watch the start of Silver Surfer. He comes out the right hand of his maker, so to speak. It's just the movies, but we've seen it over the years, you know.
So,
But that-
so like in righteousness, the prophets are what? The
Heralds, man.
heralds of the Lord, man.
like John.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, you know.
to prepare the way.
Prepare the way.
That's a herald.
That's a herald. Yeah.
Someone look up the word herald. But keep reading that.
What it says, "To you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king hath set up."
And that's what they're trying to do now.
Yeah.
At a certain point where they make it, because that was basically like a mandate. It was basically a mandate. Look, at a certain time, if you hear this, bow. That's why I said it says what? Whatso everything was written out for a full time was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort the scriptures might have hope. So the same, so the three men, they kind of went through their time of trouble back then.
Yeah.
And they literally got put in the furnace of affliction. Literally. They was literally in the furnace. The same thing now, man. There's nothing new under the sun. You know?
And whoso falleth not down and worshippeth shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
Yeah, so, that's the same thing. Whosoever that don't, take the mark cannot be able to buy or sell. Save he that have the, you know what I mean? So they want you to bow, man. Okay?
At that time, it was bow to Lord King Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
At that time.
And
Or whatever his fucking idol was.
But then kings used to have them, like that actual God kings, there were certain kings that had that title. It wasn't like it wasn't only Xerxes. If you look into that, if you can even type on Wikipedia, God king, you see in certain cultures, kings had the title, God king this.
Yeah.
God king. Well, in that image, he set up an image of himself.
Yeah.
He thought it was a God, worship me. Bow down and worship me.
Yeah.
Antiochus thought he was a god. The scripture says that even back then, that Antiochus, you can get a second one if you can't. We'll get underneath it. Remember, even Antiochus, the scripture says that at a full time, he thought he could ascend into heaven. And that was the Greek Empire. That shows you that's Esau.
Yeah, but that if he was thinking like that then, imagine what these guys think, because they can actually go to a certain level.
Yeah. That's why they got that CERN.
So they got that
That's why
CERN,
they got the CERN to try to find like the God gene, the God particle.
That's their whole being, man.
That's the whole being. Bro,
So they can actually go to a certain.
yeah.
No other kingdom's done that.
Yeah.
So they must think there's some real God kings, bro. Like the Rothschilds and that. They're on a certain level, bro.
Yeah.
Like there was a Getty, the Gettys.
The Gettys,
Yeah, like if you go, there was a documentary that was on TV. We were watching it. Me and a brother was watching that, right? It was with Ramar, right? And the elder brother Ramar was watching the Gettys documentary. And then in one of the Gettys houses, they've got like Roman pillars from Rome. And then they've got a constellation in his house. So it's like a palace, bro. But like up looks like space in his house. So that shows where their brains are.
That's what the brains are.
They actually think they're like gods, like what's up there? But they know the Lord exists and that, but they can actually kind of get somewhat up. They're not on no. You know what I'm trying to say though.
Yeah, because
So they're exalted.
yeah. Well, that's what Obadiah. That are ascending up in the heavens. The reason why they want to ascend because they're pride. That's why his habitation is high. It's his pride, man. That's why his fucking infrastructure reflects his pride, man. They want to build the tallest building. They want to go where man's never been before.
They want to make everything look like mountains.
Well, didn't they say that where no man has been when they went to the so-called moon, which was a fucking Hollywood set?
Yeah. Even what? You know what's the name? Speak about that.
Armstrong. Okay.
Kennedy spoke about that as well. It said the moon and planets are there. The start. He was going into it. But what?
Which the actual dude that went went there admitted they never actually went there.
And you see the interviews when he gets ambushed. Someone bring the Bible. Put your hand on the Bible who say that you went on the moon. And he bucks out, like, he gets mad.
Proving they didn't do
It was in a
shit.
fucking studio, man.
It was with sand.
Yeah. I remember,
Like, how do you even know there's sand on the moon? Like, when you think about it.
bro,
And then, these saws the fucking devil, because, what they did? They planted a flag, like the American. They planted the American. They planted the Eagles landed. That's right. Khan. They planted the American flag, and then later on, Russia did the same with the space race.
Yeah, space race. Yeah.
but
Like, come on, man. How proud can men be where you're planting a flag? That's the man. But the jokes thing is, we're the ones that's gonna be doing that. And we ain't gonna have to plant no flag. We're just gonna be able to do what we want. Go anywhere.
yeah. Furthermore, if you go on the moon, it'll burn you, bruv. It's a light.
Exactly.
Like a side effect of light is heat. You can't go on the moon, man. Bro, the actual moon was made to rule the night.
Crazy.
So
man.
the scripture called it a lesser light. You got the sun to rule the day, and the moon to rule the night. It's a lesser light. Bro, the moon ain't no cold place, bruv. You get burned, bruv.
Yeah.
You have a light bulb on for the whole day, it'll burn you. How much more a big orb?
that just light, bro.
Wasn't there the Van Allen though?
Yeah,
Around
the
Earth.
radiation.
That's the radiation. That's so for one, the scriptures tell you to, we're gonna have to be changed.
Yeah.
So that just shows you, man. He's a fraud, man.
It's a fraud, man.
Imposter.
Basically.
Some old fucking Edomite who smoked cigarettes and ate bacon is on the move. Come on, man. Go ahead, bro.
Back in Daniel 3:7, it says, therefore at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshipped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Yeah.
Bow to Lord King Nebuchadnezzar.
Bow to God, King. Right?
Wherefore,
Basically.
at that time, certain Chaldeans came near and accused
Which is them sorcerers, man. Go ahead.
and accused the Jews.
You see? It's a trend, man. They're always coming for us, man.
Them.
But really, the Jews, they came against the faithfuls. Because you always had Jake, man. Proud, man. Come on, man. You sound right. Yeah. Do you remember during the time of the Maccabees, there was like a governor, I think, of Greece, or someone came to the town where the Maccabees' father was.
Mhm.
And he was like a noble man. He came to him and said, look, man, just come and just sacrifice this pork. And
Yeah.
remember, there was a Jake in the background with a pig. He smacked it on an altar. And the father of the Maccabees slew him, So there's always a Jake. Come, just do it, man.
Yeah.
Quick, man. Just sacrifice this pork.
Sell out, Jake.
That's the same thing now. You have these false leaders telling take the
The
go
maxes
ahead
and
and
all
take
that.
the
Same thing.
same thing. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, wherefore at that time,
We'll close up soon, yeah.
certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king, Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet.
So you've made a decree. That's what they're gonna do with the mark. It's gonna be a decree. And then guess what? That they're going to accuse the Jews. Well, they're going to accuse the Israel, the Most High.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. See? But these guys ain't taking it. Bro, if you want to take it, bro. Why you telling me to take it? But that's the time of trouble, the hour of temptation.
That's the fight, bro.
That's the fight.
It says, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, psaltery and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
Yeah, the furnace of affliction. Literally. Go ahead. And this time, the scripture says, acceptable men shall be in the furnace of adversity. Go ahead, bro.
There are certain Jews.
Certain. See, they say all of it was certain. Yeah, look at it, man. Go ahead.
Whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon,
Yeah.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee.
Yeah, that's deep, man. They said, look, man, go spruce you up. I ain't bursting my blood vein barrier.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
And guess what?
I don't want the vax. I don't want this. I don't
That's
want.
it.
Yeah.
They
Stab and jab. That's what they
Stab
actually
and
call
jab.
it that.
Stab and jab. They said, look, man, I ain't doing it. And these were men of influence. But they counted the cost. They said they had counted all their riches as dung. They said, look, I don't give a fuck if I'm no president in your empire. I ain't fucking bowing, man. And that's what the spirit, we pray that the Lord puts the spirit upon us to have that mentality. I ain't fucking bowing, Lord willing, man. We ain't bowing, Lord willing.
Not now, not ever.
Not now, not ever. Lord willing. So that was their mentality. Go ahead, bro.
It says, these men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury,
Cometh down with great wrath, because if you had about a
Short
short
time. Yeah.
That's the same thing. Wrath. Go ahead.
commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
To bring them. 2nd Ezra 16. They shall be like madmen sparing none, invading one another.
But still spoiling and
Those who what?
fear the Lord.
That's what's coming, man.
No, you shall be brought before kings and governors for my name's sake.
That's it.
That's gonna happen, man. Persecution. You know, that's what's coming. Right? It says to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up. Now, if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands?
That's how Pilate was said. And you know, if you don't worship me, well, who is this Most High you believe in that gonna save you out of my hands? And that's the spirit of Esau is gonna have. Well, that's why Revelation, men who when they were beheaded
For the
for not
witness.
taking, you know,
For the witness.
for the witness. That's what's coming, man. Go ahead.
And it says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king,
And I love this mentality they're gonna come with. It's crazy, man. Go ahead.
O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver.
You have to, like, they're basically looking at the furnace and saying, look, man, the power we serve is able to save us. You know? Go ahead.
It says, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods.
And that's deep, bro.
That's right.
What they say, look, the power we serve is able to save us. But if you don't save us from this fiery furnace, we still ain't taking,
That's the raw spirit.
you know,
Straight.
we ain't taking it. He said, whether the Lord come and save us now in front of you, cool. But if you don't save us, we ain't taking it. We ain't bowing down, but that's the spirit for us, Lord willing. We ain't going to take it. Go ahead.
Nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed.
So he spazzed out. You know? Them demons downloaded him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more that it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace.
Mighty men, fat hands, just latching onto you.
Gripping. Then these men were bound in their coats, their horses, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
So they was literally in a furnace of affliction. Go ahead.
Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
So the fire itself burned those that put them in. Go ahead.
And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, was astonished,
He was astonished. It's the same word as astonished. Go ahead.
and rose up in haste,
You know?
and spake, and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. And he answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose.
They said, I thought there was 3 in there. Why is 4 there? You know? Right?
Walking in the midst of the fire.
They was walking in the midst of the fire. And if you go into the prayer of the Song of the 3 Holy Children, they was praying to the Lord in the fire, blessing the Lord. And when they saw they wasn't getting burned, they was giving glory in the fire, man.
And they have no hurt.
You have no hurt.
And the form of the 4th is like the Son of God.
It was.
Yahushua was there. He was literally with them in the furnace of affliction. He was with them in the furnace of adversity, man.
No, that's the Lord, man. I'm with you to the end.
Always, even to the end of the world.
So that's even that, man. The Lord, he's omni. He's here now.
He's here
Two
now.
or three are gathered. The Lord's
Yeah,
there, man.
there's-
They can
there's
do that.
four brothers here. You know? Yeah.
And it says, then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire.
Yeah, can't. So that's the point. So even the king was taken back at the power of the Lord, man. You know? So hey, that's the same thing that's about to happen. You know, us brothers and sisters, you know, starting off with the brothers, about to be in some tense moments. But in them tense moments, the Lord's going to show his power and save his elect, man. Right?
Yep.
So, hey, has anyone got anything else to say?
Nah, bro.
Alright, man. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, we're going to be out here next week, man. So, with that, we're going to say
Hey.
praises.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the prophets and elders. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom, Akim. Shalom.